Hey there, folks. Looks like we are live. I see Dan in the chat. I see Mike. NPA is there. Oh, God, Kyle is out there too. Yeah, Dan, I don't want to hear any complaining about the timeliness, but let's fire it up here. It's a SoCo show live. Let's get into it. What's up? What's up? Hey, everybody. It is the SoCo Show, episode number 174, and we are live right here on JBuck Studios. This is, of course, the co-host. I'll bring in my other hosts as well, but you're going to see this little buddy of mine, this Blue Streak. I don't know what the hell that is, but I need to get a new webcam. So I'm joined by the Blue Streak for the first time, but as usual, I am joined by the So-host, Seth Ott.
What's up? Merry Christmas.
Oh, wow. The Santa Claus abs. I forget about this.
This is going to get really hot if I wear both of these, but I'm going to try it out. Well, and the hat.
Do whatever you need to do with your wardrobe, man. Just keep everything covered up and we'll all be fine, man.
Peek them out over here.
Yeah, Nolan in the comments. Yeah, well aware of the camera problem. I didn't have time to fix it this week, so hopefully I'll fix it or get a new one before next month's show. But Seth, you're looking crisp, you're looking fresh, and you look like you're ready to have a good show.
Oh yeah, here we go. Wearing this mediocre hat on a mediocre show with some mediocre friends. Here we go.
That's right. Speaking of mediocre friends, you walked me right into it.
At Jared Buckendahl.
JB.
Yo, what's up? Cody, you brought the blue streak. I brought the brown streaks. Let's do this.
Oh, geez. What we need is some brown.
Oh, that's nasty.
What we need is some brown streaks. Holy shit. Jared, it's the holiday season. We're a week out from Christmas. Are you feeling festive tonight?
I want to be. Usually when Christmas comes around, I'm usually like running around, I'm freaking out, all of that stuff. But I just haven't felt that Christmas, that cheer yet. I forgot to turn the Christmas tree on too. Usually I have that in the background.
Where's your sweat? I know you have like 13 Christmas sweaters.
I know.
I figured you have one on.
Well, you know what? I guess now looking at your both shirts, I didn't even think about it.
I made mine a surprise though. I hit it.
I assumed it was a Christmas show, and here I am not wearing Christmas stuff.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Jared prepared for the October Halloween themed games. He didn't realize it was Christmas yet.
No,
that's true.
Oh my God, that's a strong drink.
Good one. You'll be feeling festive in a little bit.
Did it come from the Shot Ones whiskey collection?
No, the Shot Ones whiskey collection. Again, sponsor of the show. That is all gone. The whiskey's gone.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh, man. So you're talking about Shot Ones. And actually, I think when we met last time, I've never been called a zaddy before, but what's up, Bill?
What does that mean?
It's a sexy daddy.
Yeah, sexy zaddy.
Between that and TikTok, I don't know what anyone's talking about anymore.
Dude, we're going to talk about TikTok tonight. We're talking about TikTok a fair amount, I feel like. But Jared, you mentioned Shot Ones. And I think when we met last time, we were just about to drop Shot Ones on the right here on the JBuck Studios channel. Talk a little bit about that, because I was so happy with the final product, and I know you guys are really proud of it. So talk a little bit about that for the folks in the chat who may not have seen it yet.
Well, I think we need to bring up the person that brought this idea and this everything. Like Seth,
Sean Evans.
Yeah, no, Seth, you did. They ripped it off from us. We just, all of our episodes were in backlog. That's why we were fighting trademark. No, Seth, you basically brought the idea of Shot Ones, where you sit down, you interview some people, we do shots in between, and some fun games in there and everything like that. So we sat down and we shot it. No lie, what was it, like 6 months ago?
Long time ago. Yeah. It had to have been at least, probably.
Mine was 6 months ago. Yours was longer.
Oh, man. Yeah, okay, yeah. It's been on my computer collecting dust, and luckily over this break I put Nolan in the chat to work on it, and he got it together, and literally it turned out the exact same as Hot Ones. Mm-hmm. Like the same setup, the same jokes and bits, and actually I don't even know if they do jokes and bits like that.
No, they don't. They don't do like the dumb little surprises that we have in there.
Yeah. So the first episode dropped where Seth, you were interviewing myself, and you asked me some hard questions, and we drank some hard alcohols. So that one I thought turned out fairly well. So people, if you're looking forward to it, it is public. It is on the J-Buck Studios channel. And also a tease, I don't know when I'll drop it, but your guys' episode is done, is ready to go.
Oh, I cannot wait to see it. I haven't seen any footage from it.
Yeah, and the thing is, like you're saying, it's 6 months old. You probably don't even remember what you guys talked about.
I don't remember what we talked about on ours. I don't remember what we talked about last week on the show. I mean, I don't remember anything.
Mm-hmm.
Memory isn't Seth's strong suit, but I'm excited to see my own episode because, it's got me, but also if for any of you guys who haven't ever done any podcasting or anything like that, it's a very fun thing. Like Seth and I know each other incredibly well, but we sat down to do this Shot Ones thing, and I don't know how you found questions to ask me that you didn't have the answers to. And that's a funny thing, like interviewing someone who you already feel like knows you really well and just being like, fuck it, I'll answer. What do you got? Ask me a question. That was really fun for me. I'm sure, Jared, you probably thought the same thing, but Seth, I think it's been really cool the way that you've taken Hot Ones. I forget which one's the original, and made it your own. What was the impetus behind that? Like, when were you like, I think this makes sense, or was it just a shower thought that turned into a video?
People have heard this show. It's a bunch of random bullshit, and a lot of it's the random bullshit that I think about and be like, hey, this would be fun to do. See, I like what Jared said. I brought the idea. It's because it's so much easier to be the idea man. I don't actually have to execute anything. I just go, we should do that, and then everyone else has
and then you just walk away.
Yeah, Nolan did the hardest part. Nolan has literally spent the most time on that thing. We filmed it, and we filmed it, bought the alcohol, and that's the amount of time. And then I came up with the question. So maybe in total, but like between the two of us, I spent maybe 2 hours on the whole thing. Nolan spent like 8 times that or whatever.
Oh, he spent, I'll say 24 hours on it, maybe.
Yeah.
Because rendering, all that stuff, man. Because the thing is, behind the scenes, we'll peel it back for you, you people tuning in right now. Seth and I basically just set it up and filmed it. We didn't think about how the table was reflective, so the green screen. Like that table is not the actual table in the video. Nolan had to do some work with it. The chairs behind us we had to cut out. Like there's a bunch of stuff that's actually not even there. But it turned out pretty good.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. If you guys haven't seen it yet, I can't recommend it enough. If any of the stuff we do is entertaining at all, I promise you will love this. So go check it out and pay close attention to the editing and everything that NPA did, because you're right, that is a lot of work, and did an excellent job with it. And it's one of many things out there right now that you can take a look at if you're wondering what kind of work you can get out of Room 56 Studios. Because I know they were a big sponsor, and you guys worked together on that one. So watch that, and if you're like Seth and you're an idea man and you need someone to bring it to life, make sure you check in with Room 56. We'll touch on our other sponsors a little bit later on, but I had to drop in one for our boy NPA and Room 56, because I can't say enough about Shot Ones. It's one of my favorite things I've seen this year, even besides the fact that you guys are my buddies. I just think it's hilarious and awesome.
They only paid me $69. That's what Nolan's saying in the chat.
Oh, you guys paid him?
I don't know.
I thought you guys paid him by just letting him be on the last 3 episodes.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is the first one in a while where it's been the 3 of us. It's getting back to the crew here.
Yeah, back to basics. Back to basics. We're gonna talk about last week's episode later on, because there's parts of that I promise I'm never letting you guys forget, and we'll come back to that later on. But Jared, it's been a big month for you in general. You've had some of these reaction videos that you've done, like the Scream series has done really well. You've had Shot Ones come out, but one of the big things you're working on lately is TikTok, and you've been putting some really interesting stuff out there. And so the other night, Seth and I went and finally created our TikTok profiles and have been testing out TikTok. I've only been on it very little. But Seth, I want you to tell the folks about your experience, because I know it's been a really interesting one and an eye-opening one for you.
Yeah, I don't know if it's eye-opening, because just as Nolan said in the chat earlier, I'm old, and so I've known that for a while. But it's when you haven't been exposed to what the fucking kids are into nowadays, what the teens are into, it can be pretty jarring because it's a completely different language sometimes. I'm scrolling through TikTok and seeing all these different like captions to what's going on in the video, and I don't have any frame of reference for what that is. So it's definitely made me like officially cement like, yeah, I don't belong in this generation. This is not for me. But I will say I have started to kind of carve out my own path on TikTok to where I'm starting to enjoy some of the videos. It's still, a lot of it doesn't make any sense and is pretty dumb. But, you know, at least I can be an observer to TikTok. I'll never post anything, and I'll never fully be involved. I'll probably only follow Jared. But
hell yeah.
I'll tune in from time to time. Maybe surf the talk, as the kids say. I think they do. I don't know what they say.
I don't think so.
And you know, I feel at least a little bit more, you know, and I feel more cultured, we'll say.
Yeah, you're in the mix. That's why. Like, that's kind of where culture is happening right now. Weirdly, it's weird to say, but like Facebook, a lot of people, half of the country got off Facebook after the election. And they're on that other thing that nobody I know is on. And Twitter is Twitter always, but TikTok seems to be like where the hotness is and where the youth is. So like all the new shit that's coming out. I was fucking lost. There's not like, it's just video. There's not like a thing you scroll through and you find the next video. It's that's like, I was trying to get out of the app and it kept showing. Oh man.
That's the thing though, is you like when I said you have to carve your own path, you literally have to carve your own path to be, like get the videos you want to see. Like when I first pulled it up, like I said, I was getting these videos of teenagers doing dances and like
you were like let me stay on this one.
People fucking popping zits everywhere, and I'm like, this is the dumbest fucking app I've ever seen. What's going on? And then eventually, you know, I watched some more of those dark humor videos, and I started getting a few more things that I like. So
yeah,
we're there now.
Yeah, it's funny because again, you guys, we were playing some video games. You guys were talking to me while you were trying to explore the app, and it brought back PTSD essentially because like when I first downloaded it, I had no fucking clue what was happening. But the funny thing is, the longer you stay on it, the more and more you just fall into these like essentially TikTok holes. Where no lie, for one whole night, I was on Mafia TikTok where people were selling like cocaine and they were like driving cartel boats and shit. Like I was like, okay, I don't want to be on this. How do I get off this? I don't know. It was just cartel TikTok, I guess.
There you go. Wow.
I will say that like I was pretty like content with not getting on it because I skipped Instagram entirely. I never had an Instagram. Like I completely went over that whole. That was the thing for the
I'm a big Insta guy. I'm all over it. Yeah.
That was like the young app for a while was Instagram, and I completely just right over it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a tough one. I think for old guys like us who are going to take some time, a great way to jump into that is going to be to follow JB on TikTok. Jared, you've got a couple series that you're putting out. I know there's hidden movie details, and then today was the new one. Talk about the one from today because that one made me laugh with the Sam Jackson.
Oh, the Sam. Okay, yeah. So, it's funny because all of the stuff that I'm posting, like these series right now, like hidden movie details. All of this stuff has actually been written down in a notebook that I just haven't filmed YouTube videos. And this is actually an easier route because I can break up one video into 10 videos on TikTok. So that's kind of a look behind the curtain. But the new series or whatever that I just dropped was the funniest edited for TV movie lines. And like one of the most notorious ones is the snakes on the plane one where I'm tired of these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane. But the edited version, if you guys don't know, it's I'm tired of these monkey fighting snakes on this Monday to Friday plane. So you know that's someone at the what is it the CDC had to is it the CDC? CFC?
No, that's the Center for Disease Control.
Oh my bad.
Fauci is in the sound booth.
Fauci is editing.
Get away with this one, Sam.
I think it'd be the FCC if I remember.
Yeah, there we go. FCC won't let me be. There we go. Wow, that was embarrassing.
I was good for an Eminem reference here on the SoCo show. Let's see what's going on in the chat. Yeah, we got Dan. We might have to give Nolan a raise. $420 sounds like an appropriate price for an episode of Shot Ones. But Nolan only wants friendship, and I'm okay with that. Sometimes that's all we can afford. Seth, I don't know if you can crank yourself up or not. Dan wants to hear you better. Jamie's in the house. What's up, Jamie? I agree. Shot Ones is dope. Everyone is going to want to go and check that one out. Mike Media is in the house. We're going to talk about Mike a little bit more later on. He left us a voicemail this week. So we're going to get into that. Yeah, he's referencing here. Jared has had a couple TikToks got hit by the band hammer with some dirty material, really filthy stuff. I don't want to describe it here because I know we've got, I don't want this video to get banned because of how dirty your TikToks are. So we're gonna move on. Karina's in the house. That's my sister-in-law. For folks who don't know, she's the poor woman that's married to my brother Kyle. Hey Karina, thanks for showing up here. I don't know if we're gonna have Gina today. I don't know if she's busy with some homework. I'm not taking any shots either, so we don't have any new anchor wankers. But I've got a little bit of Apple Crown whiskey that Seth left me.
It's good stuff.
Yeah, Nolan, we got to quit talking about TikTok because we're making Nolan older by the minute. So let's shift gears here. Whoa. And we're going to get into some new stuff here. So we got a lot of stuff that we're going to do on the podcast tonight, I should say. We got a couple of games we're going to play. We dug up some classic games, and Seth has put a festive twist on them. So we're going to play a couple of games this week. We're going to talk about one of the big news items this week and get y'all's reaction to it. We've got some reviews in the TV corner and some film reviews to get into. So a lot of fun stuff that we're going to talk about. But we got some things yet to check out before we get into any of that stuff. And Seth, we're gonna start here today with some audience questions coming to us from Twitter.
Any questions?
Last week we got into a intense philosophical debate based on a question Dan sent us. So I'm intrigued to see what we get this time.
Thinking this is another pretty good debate. Mic sound better? Is it louder? We good?
I hear you fine. Hope someone drop in the chat.
Yeah,
let us know.
someone in the chat let us know because
okay.
I think ours equalizes for each of us.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So if you speak of the devil and the devil appears, and that's Kyle Michael. He submits and he submits an audience question to us this week, and I think it's a pretty great one. He said, question for the show. Punching someone in the face can be dangerous. Punching a small child in the face is even more dangerous. What is the youngest someone can be to take the hardest punch you can throw and survive?
What the fuck?
This is the best question.
Never heard this.
And then he follows it up.
I've never heard this question.
He follows it up asking for a friend. So
wow, that is good. Holy shit!
What do you want, boob?
Those are my fighting words before I just fucking knock out. I feel like for me, it's like I would need to punch like a very small. Like really small child to kill them is the question?
Yeah, I was gonna say, is that the question? Like we have to literally punch them so hard they die?
Yeah, like what's the age where they would survive after your hardest punch?
God, this is none of us is gonna be president because we're answering this question. Just so you guys know.
This is maybe a reach. I'm gonna say a 4-year-old.
Yeah. I was thinking in that range too. Like I was thinking maybe 3 and like a young 3, like a sassy 3-year-old. I feel like I'd hit them and they'd be like right back to me. And so I need a 3-year-old that's like barely 3. They can stand up and walk around, but not super reliably, probably not toilet trained yet. I think that's my range. I throw a very weak punch. So I think there's some toddlers out there who could take me.
6 months.
6 months.
6 months. Oh wow!
You have to like stand them up and be like, "Here, stand up for me."
No, you just go like this.
Holy shit. Wait, do it again. There you go. You're either beating the hell out of a kid or jerking off an invisible ghost. I don't know which it is, but wow.
I will say though, I hope Kyle submits more questions because I do enjoy the way he like tells a story before. It was like a Trivial Pursuit question.
Yeah.
Like it had like a little thing going into it. I like that a lot. It's like a little anecdote.
Mike V is in the chat. Mike V's 1-year-old Oliver. I don't know. Oliver looks meaty and strong, and I don't know if I'm stepping in the ring with Ollie, but Seth, it's like, I guess if you need to go down to 6 months, and you and Ali maybe, you guys can be the undercard for the Logan Paul and Floyd Mayweather fight. Ali Vandenhall versus Seth. That's coming up.
I need you there though, in order to get the punches for me.
Oh yeah, I'll do them all. There you go. That's what we need. Wow. You're gonna step in. I'm not gonna do it. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. No, I'm not gonna do it. Yeah, you're gonna step in the room and look across at Ali, and you're gonna go
Squirrel nuts.
You're just gonna do it. Wow. Well, thanks, Kyle, for making me think about punching children. I haven't thought about that since Kyle was a young one, but that's a great question. Appreciate you submitting that, Kyle. So the way to submit audience questions, if you want to get a question of your own on the SoCo Show, tweet them at SoCo Show Pod. That's up there over Jared. And Seth will get those in the queue, and we answer a question every week at the top of our show. So get those in the queue if you want to hear yours answered. Let's see. So we got audience questions in. We got to shift. We're going to stay in the world of Twitter, but we got to switch to our favorite Twitter account. And let's take a look at some chic tweets here.
I call you a punk.
I don't know if you guys saw this week. Caillou, like the children's show that was trending for a little bit on Twitter.
Why?
I believe part of it was, like everyone does like, oh, you like Elf on the Shelf? How about? And then they do something else that rhymes. And one of them was a picture of Caillou in a swamp, and it was Caillou in the bayou.
Nice.
And I think people were commenting. I think people were commenting because anytime Caillou is brought up, there's like an immense amount of hatred towards him.
Really?
I don't understand it entirely. I kind of thought that show was on back in the day, but just like on TV, like they would just.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say it was like on fleek.
Yeah. No. It was just.
Caillou is not very fleeky. Yeah.
But we do know that the Iron Sheik, in the past we've read tweets about his hatred, but I think this one takes the cake for the amount of hatred for Caillou. Iron Sheik says, "Caillou, you are a punk, no good son of a bitch. You are lucky I don't find you. I put you in camel clutch, break your fucking neck. You are the jabroni of the earth. I never respect you, low life skinny garbage. Go fuck yourself, Caillou."
Holy shit. The Sheik went fucking in on Caillou. That is some dark. He must have read Kyle's question and thought, I think I could knock Caillou the fuck out. Because what's he, like 8 or 9 maybe? He's a young kid. Let's have a poll, though. I want to know who in the chat watched Caillou and liked Caillou. I think we were kind of starting to age out of that type of TV when Caillou showed up. That's my recollection. So I didn't watch him. So I don't really have an opinion. You did. You guys were in the target audience for Caillou at one point?
I remember I was like I had to have been like 5, 6, 7 years old when it was on.
I mean, I remember it being on quite a bit. I don't know if I actually was watching it or someone around me, like my sister or someone else at the babysitters was watching it. But I've seen a lot of episodes.
It premiered in 97, so it would have been 6.
Oh shit.
At the time.
That's older than I guessed. I didn't watch him much, but I've heard, is it Matthew Berry that is really anti-Caillou?
Yeah.
Seth?
He hates
him.
That's
a fantasy football analyst that we follow, just really fucking hates him. And that's the only reason I've heard of him in the last like 20 years. But I guess there's strong opinions out there about Caillou. Let us know what you guys think out there. I don't remember much about him, but I guess people are opinionated about Caillou.
There's some good shit though back in PBS in the day.
Dude, Redwall.
I don't remember that one.
Oh,
I watched Redwall. Redwall was good.
Between the Lions
was my shit. Yeah. Yes, that was the one.
What about Zaboomafoo? Zaboomafoo with the Krat brothers.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Zaboomafoo. Big Comfy Couch was back in the day. Just Zoom in general. Zoom is a pretty dope show.
You know what? You know what's crazy? I was doing some research. Awesome. I was doing some research on that Big Comfy Couch girl. No lie, she moved on to the casting couch later.
What? I mean, honestly, it's not the weirdest. If she ended up doing porn, it wouldn't be that out of fucking like that wouldn't be that crazy, honestly.
I mean, my only memory of that show was her with her leg up in the air. So. That's so
Mike,
gross. We gotta stop talking about kids.
I think she was like 23.
Blue's Clues was not on PBS.
No, that was Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
But I watched a ton of Blue's Clues. Barney. I was a huge Barney. I had the Barney tapes that you could get. So Christy's saying that you should not ever watch Caillou because it's trash. And I have heard that. I don't know why. I don't know what makes it trash, but I've heard that more than once. So avoid Caillou, but Barney, Blue's Clues, Teletubbies is pretty good. And fuck, Mike's probably watching a ton of these cartoons with his kid now. So Kyle's referencing. Pull this one up, Jared. See if anyone can get this. Someone tell me what this is from here. You guys know it?
Hey, it's a wonderful kind of day.
Hey.
We get to learn to work and play and get along with each other.
Is that
Yep.
What is that?
Use your words. You know it.
I don't know.
It's Bob's Burgers.
Yep, got it.
Mike says Arthur. That was a good one too. Magic School Bus is another good one.
Yeah, Arthur was the song. That was the Arthur song.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah.
But it was also a dope fucking. I think I've told you guys about this, but I don't know if I've talked about it on the podcast. So when I was young, I was kind of a writer. I thought I was going to be a writer when I was really young, and I would make these books. I would write stories and I would illustrate them on paper, and then I would bind them with like staples and shit, and they would be my books. And the books that I would write were Arthur fan fiction. So it was like Arthur goes to football practice is like one of my books. And I was like, oh, it's Arthur, but what if Arthur did the stuff I want to do? Like Arthur was my character in this. I wish I had some of those books because I don't know if I've done anything geekier since then.
What's great is that I knew this, but just in the last few years. And so when I find something out about Cody that long ago, and I have a frame of reference for who he was back then, it's 17 times more funnier. And I peed my pants when I heard that story.
There's of all the stuff I wish I could dig up from when I was a kid, it would be those. I want to know what I was writing about.
It's great because I can picture him I can picture him at a fucking like desk or table, just like taking it as serious as writing like a fucking dissertation or something. Like
really,
fucking, I can totally see him like being so into it, and it's amazing.
I had a bunch of extra time because I would I would get like assignments done really fast at that age, and so I'd have all this time to kill, and so that's what I would do in school when I was waiting for everyone else to finish their stuff. And then later on, I graduated from Arthur fan fiction to a few years later, my grandparents gave me a typewriter. And so this is like the year 2000. And I was like, I'm a fucking writer now. I'm going to write. And I would put it on my kitchen table. Seth remembers our old kitchen table in the kitchen there with the sliding door there. And I would sit at the kitchen table with this typewriter and I would just type. And I would write letters to my family and send them. And I would also write, Dan's calling me nerd. This is true. I graduated from Arthur fan fiction to Harry Potter fan fiction. And so in like the third or fourth grade, I wrote the first chapter of what I thought was going to be a novel. I didn't understand copyright by then. I wrote the first chapter of what I thought was going to be a novel, and it was Harry Potter, Headmaster of Hogwarts. And it was Harry's an adult now, and he's been asked back to interview for the headmaster's role. And so, the timing of this was very important because that was before the later portion of the books came out. So Dumbledore was a character in my sequel book, and folks know why that's not something you can do. But yeah, that's another thing I wish I could dig up because that was like I fucking wrote it like as a book. The Arthur stuff was like Arthur picks up his shoes, and it was like Arthur and some shoes. It was very basic.
So you wrote, you published, you illustrated, you did it all.
He's self-published.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, I was an author when I was 9 years old.
Slap that onto Amazon Kindle store.
He's a podcaster, a stand-up comedian, an actor, and a self-published author.
Yeah. Wow.
I'm a Renaissance man.
Man, 30
I know
under 30. What's up?
This might be confusing to folks who have not listened to last week's episode, but you conveniently left out rappers.
Oh, rapper.
Oh man. Nolan's right. Probably would be better than The Cursed Child in terms of a sequel.
And you have some explaining to do, Cody. I'm sure Kyle came up with a lot of his own stories in that typewriter. He said, "I thought that was our typewriter."
No, it would have been if Kyle knew how to spell. Then, but he just put it in wingdings and slapped on it.
The typewriter had wingdings.
Yeah, it was a crank on the side.
Yeah.
Turns out his typewriter was an Apple.
Yeah, it was an Apple II. Is that what we call it a typewriter? It was an Apple II. It's probably worth $1 million now because it's ancient, but no, it was a typewriter. We don't have an Apple II. Oof. Man, that was an unexpected stroll down memory lane, but that made me happy. I hope you guys enjoyed that. What did we do? Did we leave Chic Tweets yet? No, we have not. We're still in Chic Tweets. Let's get out of here.
I call you a punk.
Alrighty, let's shout out our sponsors here. First of all, audibletrial.com/SoCo. Hit the link in the description box. You're going to get 30 days of Audible and your first book for free. Free! We have Mathis Designs. Go find our friend Steph at mathisdesigns.com if you have stationery or graphic design needs, or if you want to commission a piece of your own. Go check it out.
Get that piece.
Get that piece. We got Mike V in the chat. One half of Corn Fed and Wed. So this is custom woodworking. They got a lot of products out there on their website. And you can find them at etsy.com/shop/cornfed and wed if you want to get that woodworked.
Oh Mike.
There you go. Mike, let me know in the chat if the promo code is still working. We had a promo code out there, SoCo Show Pod, for 10% off. I'm hoping that is still active. And folks can go check that out, but look at the comments and see what Mike says about that. We've got NPA. He was a guest on our last 3 podcasts. He's also a recording artist that you can find over on Spotify. You're going to want to check out the hit track, the soon-to-be hit track, I should say, Sleep Till Noon.
That's why I sleep till noon.
So go check that one out. And if you can't get enough of NPA, then you're going to want to check out Room 56 Studios. Nolan has joined forces with our very own JB.
At Jared Buckendahl.
And as we mentioned before with Shot Ones, what the guys are really doing is trying to help folks who are creative, but maybe don't have the skills to edit their own material. So if you're in need of audio, video editing, graphic design work, animations, anything under the sun to take your
Nude
idea
critiquing.
from... Yeah, if you want to do nude, I don't know what that is, nude critiquing.
You just send pictures of yourself naked to them, and they'll give you tips and
Yeah, I'll
comments.
critique. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Send your nudes to Room 56 Studios. You'll get your critiques back. But if you're an idea man like Seth and you're looking for a way to put everything together and make your vision real, you're going to want to check out Room 56. So hit the link down in the description box, room56studios.com for more on that. Let's see here. Mike
sounder?
is saying yes. Oh, yeah. I almost forgot the sounder for Room 56. Is it this one?
Waka waka. God damn it.
Mike letting us know promo code SoCo Show Pod is still active. So if you're doing some last minute Christmas shopping, you can still get 10% off if you use SoCo Show Pod. So make sure you guys use that up through January. I got to update my sponsor page. That sounds like they've got a new logo, and you can see, look at this little fucking guy. Oh my God. Ollie looks adorable in this picture. And I will say too, he looks pretty threatening, Seth. I don't think you should fuck with this kid. He looks like he could take your shit.
Uh-oh. I'm going to hide.
Oh man. Let's see. So those are our sponsors. Let's see. Oh yeah. One more sponsor. Our good friends over at Anchor. So we use Anchor to distribute our podcast. And so if you have an idea for a podcast and you're looking for a way to get it out in the world, you're going to want to check out Anchor.
Audible Anchor.
Anchor. So I'm going to cut here to an ad that you live folks don't have to listen to. Yay. 30 seconds back. But Anchor is also the place where you can go and you can contribute to this podcast on a monthly basis. If you become an Anchor contributor, you will be known to us as one of our Anchor Wankers. And we've got most of them up on screen. I have not updated this graphic, so my apologies to a couple additional folks. But to Mike and Tyler Vandenhall, to JB, to Tom Martin, Casey Cheeves, Mackenzie Grube, Anna Swanson, Farts, as well as Dick and Pauls and Brett McShane. Thank you so much for being our Anchor Wankers, for contributing to the show monthly, helping us keep things going, helping us consistently improve the show. Doing things like the live shows has been made possible by those contributions. So we thank you so much. And even for the folks out there who aren't Anchor Wankers, we appreciate you stopping in on this live show and or listening to the regular show every week. Kyle says check again. Let's take a look here. Stop me right in my tracks.
He probably put in like $27 or something.
Hey,
the good thing is, if there is more, that means we're one step closer to Nolan dropping his song, NPA.
That's true. So we have now, I got to update the number. We had 10. We now have 12 Anchor Wankers. And NPA has promised us that if we hit 25 Anchor Wankers, we will get an exclusive premiere of a brand new NPA track right here on the SoCo show. So if you wanna get that exclusive shit dropped right here on the SoCo show, become an Anchor Wanker. If you're not yet, we're up to 12, so we're close to halfway there. And big shouts out as always to our wankers for helping things out. Kyle interrupted me. I'm going to come back to him in just a second. But if you're not an Anchor Wanker, we thank you as well for spending this time with us on the live show, but also clicking those episodes every week, the audio only episodes as well. Every listen helps the podcast. So we appreciate you guys listening, even if you're not a wanker. We'd encourage you to continue to share the episodes out with other folks, help us grow the party a little bit, increase the audience size. And that's only going to help us continue to improve the show. So help us out by putting it out to your friends and bringing them into the party here. Here we go. Nolan's adding a stipulation now, which I don't know if is very fair, but he says, if we don't ever hit 25 Anchor Wankers, I have to write a rap about why I hate Hamilton. Which would be very difficult to me because I love Hamilton.
All right, well, everyone pull your money.
Pull it.
If I was gonna say if Kyle was one of those new contributors, he would wait till you get to 24 or we get to 24 and then pull his out just so he can.
That's exactly what he would do.
To that level.
Yeah. I was trying to work my way into a joke around 24 and pulling out.
Yeah.
Couldn't quite get there. Took too long. But the effort was there. So I said I would update you. We just went from 10 to 12 Anchor Wankers because you guys just love fucking torturing me. So we have brand new Anchor Wankers. Big shouts out to Kyle Michael. Finally, my very own blood has decided to help me out in my creative endeavors by becoming an Anchor Wanker. So thank you, little brother, for becoming an Anchor Wanker. Don't pull it now after we did the shot just because you got your shot in. And also Karina Michael, Kyle's wife, my sister, is out there as a wanker as well. So Karina, welcome to the show. We're glad to have you as a wanker. And I always knew Kyle was a wanker, but it's good to make it official, Wanker. So luckily, I keep my customary Grey Goose always nearby. So a couple of shots are in order. I'm going to take one now and one later. Kyle says shouts out to NPA. It sounds like the exclusive release of the new track from NPA is what's getting Kyle in. So shouts out to you, NPA. We got to get it rolling. I got a feeling we're going to get there fast to 25. So this first shot, we're going to do this to my sister-in-law, Karina. Welcome to Anchor Wankership, and we're glad to have you. Appreciate you.
Anchor Wankership, huh?
Wankership.
I didn't have an opportunity to chill that one beforehand, so that was a rough one. Ugh.
Is Nolan in the chat talking to himself?
That is good shit.
Oh my god. We got Nolan and NPA out there on the
Oh
chat.
man. He's got two.
That shot did not agree with me.
They've been different people the whole time. We didn't know
Oh,
it. Holy shit!
Wow.
What a twist.
It's like Gambino and Donald Glover. He's got the alter ego. But I don't know if you did this on purpose, Nolan, but this is a good opportunity for us to pimp your YouTube channel. I know you're working on some stuff over there on Made by NPA. So go over there, wherever it is you'd go. I guess maybe it's up there. Search Made by NPA and make sure you follow Nolan over there. Let's see. Yeah, Dan brings up a good point. I saved you guys 30 seconds by not cutting to the ad, but we did a lot of hours last year. Well, do you guys remember what that number was? It was like
What?
In our year in review, how many hours we had done on the podcast this year?
Oh, I don't even remember.
It was a
I
lot.
can't remember. I don't have it in front of me. It was a fucking lot. But Dan, I know we take a lot of your time, but I still think you can appreciate those 30 seconds getting back. NPA, we all knew this, but I don't know if the public did. Actually, the inspiration behind Childish Gambino was NPA. So a lot of people think Donald Glover came first. Not true. So there's a fun fact for you guys to share next time you're with some friends. Let's see. Where are we at here? I'm lost. I had to take the vodka shot. I'm all frazzled. Didn't
Don't you
expect
have
to
to
have
take
to do
another
that.
That's like 2 jerk sessions.
Or is it just one?
Yeah, there you go, Dan. You can whoop it twice now. Oh wow. Let's move on forward. We one last shout out to our anchor wankers. Thank you guys so much. And not only is Anchor the place to go to become an Anchor wanker, it's also the place to go if you want to hear your voice on the SoCo show. You can leave us voicemail at any time, and the best way to get onto the show is to leave us a voicemail, and we'll play your voice. We've got this week a voicemail from Mike Hass, friend of the show, checking in with us again. And Seth, I want you to pay close attention to this voicemail because I think this is a lot for you. Here you go.
Very important voice message, and I'm gonna need Seth to be ready to respond to this. He's gonna have something to say about a couple words I say during this. So I'm very excited to see the amount of wankers support the show, and that the wankers will need to support the show, and we'll need 25 wankers to support the SoCo show, because then we'll have NBA debut an original song on the show because of the 25 wankers. We need more wankers on the show. Wankers are very important in supporting the podcast, so shout us out, and we want everybody to be wankers in the show.
I think he was killed at the end. I don't know.
Sound like a squealing pig.
Yeah, I don't know what it was, but shouts out to Mike Media. Mike Media Inc. over here. Go follow his channel. Mike Media Inc. interviews out there for, he interviewed me a few months ago. That's out there on the channel. JB has been interviewed over on the Hasscast. Seth recently was on there, and NPA has been on there as well recently. So if you can't get enough SoCo and you want to, get introduced to a friend of the show you might not have met yet, Mike Media Inc., go check out that YouTube channel. I am just in a mess right now because of that vodka shot.
You're falling apart, man.
Yeah, yes, Kyle. There's going to be another shot, but I got to space them out a little bit. So you got to hang out with us for a little bit if you want to see that second shot. That'll come in hour 2 of the show.
We're almost fucking there already. It's been 45 minutes.
I'm moving very quickly through the show.
It's a slow one tonight.
Yeah. That's a good, loud and clear, Seth. I read your subtle hint. Let's move on. I hope I still have a sounder for this on the board. I didn't check. Hold on a second. Do I need to go find it?
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Spaghetti-o.
Oh, no. I was not very well prepared. Hold on. This soundboard is huge.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go to a game. We're going to play 2 games. I'm going to swap the order from what I told you guys earlier. But we're going to get into a game that we call our SoCo second draft. There we go. We got the typewriter down there. Not unlike a young Cody Michael. We got the typewriter going. We're gonna write some new stories here. So if you're familiar with Mad Libs, if you're familiar with Mad Libs, you have a chance to not. I'm not being political. I'm not talking about Mad Libs. If you're familiar with Mad Libs, you're going to understand this this game here. So what we're going to do, we're going to rewrite a second draft of a plot synopsis for an existing film using some words and phrases that we choose randomly. And we're going to need some help from you guys in the comments on this. So make sure you guys drop your responses in the comments.
And I'll tell you guys right now ahead of time so we can go through this while you guys are coming up with. I just need one from you guys for now. Just any profession, just any type of profession.
So the chat says a profession right now.
Yep, and we'll pick the best one out of there.
All right.
Yeah, there we go. Get a profession in the chat, and we're gonna fill in these words. We're gonna replace some words in an existing synopsis with these words and create a new movie. And then Jared and I is gonna have to guess what the original film.
Obviously, tonight's a Christmas theme, so this will be a Christmas movie.
All
right.
Yeah.
The first thing, I need the name of a person, any name whatsoever, just a name. We'll start with Jared.
Slippy Pippy.
Slippy Pippy. All right. Slippy Pippy. I need some sort of like recreational activity, like basically like when you went out for rec sports, that type of thing, like recreational activity, something like that.
Is this one of me?
Yeah, we'll just alternate.
Okay. I'm gonna say pickleball.
I was gonna say that too.
All right, well, we're in agreement.
The gym class thing, I was like, pickleball. That's what I did in gym class.
Jared, I need just any type of any gift that you'd give or receive.
Ooh. For some reason, this is a water pick.
A water pick? Okay.
Yeah. I have no idea why. That was the first thing that popped in my.
Did you just buy a water pick for someone for Christmas?
No, for some reason that just came into my mind.
That is so. If you don't know what a water pick is, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong here, but this is meant to floss your teeth, but it does it with the water pressure shooting out of this little. Is that what a water pick is?
I think so.
Wow. Okay, we got a water pick in the mix. Watch out.
I think I see my favorite profession in the chat. I'll give it a little bit longer.
Yeah, I
know. Cody, I need a noun of like something that's living.
Squirrel.
Okay.
Squirrel nuts.
Jared, I need a profession that's like a plural of a profession.
A plural. Okay.
Yeah.
Sheep herders.
Sheep herders.
Yeah.
All right.
We're all over the map on this one.
That's great.
I have no idea where we're going.
Cody, I need one last profession, but like a group of like a group of
professions.
Yeah.
And this is before we get to what's over here in the comments.
Yeah. This is just
okay.
Yeah, this is for you.
So I shouldn't pick one of these. Okay, I'm gonna say nurses.
Nurses. Okay. All right. Last two things here, Jared. Any sort of noun. I would go with like an object.
French fries.
That's the first object I think of too.
I'm gonna change that to fry.
French fry. Okay.
Yeah.
Just fry. Gotcha.
And then same thing, Cody. Any sort of thing, like an object or something.
Oh gosh.
Oh no, hold on. Sorry. No, another living. Sorry, this one is a living one. Living.
It's gonna be a living thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Murder hornet.
All right. So on the side, what are we thinking? My vote for the audience suggestion probably goes to Brett McShane with Chimney Sweep.
I was gonna say chimney sweep.
Okay.
I have a hard time not giving it to the chimney sweep. I think that's the best one. What's up, Brett? Welcome to Anchor Wankership. I don't know if you were on there.
You guys vamp for a minute. I got to enter this in here.
All right, we're We got a vamp. Jared, you got some new headset? You got a new headset there? Is that from the PS4?
It's my
PS5?
PS4 ones because the PS5 I did luckily, we had the holidays over Thanksgiving and I was lucky enough to get the PlayStation 5 headset, which seems to be sold out everywhere, and my god, they fit well. The sound is wonderful. So yeah, these have I guess downgraded or upgraded, I guess, to my computer headphones.
Fucking A. Well, you look smooth as hell, I gotta tell you.
Thank you.
Let's take a look over in the comments here. Let's see. Let's take a look. So we got rapper. That was nearly our answer for the occupation question. Mm-hmm. We got proctologist. That's a shitty job.
No.
Hit the sounder.
Yeah. There you go. Let's see. We got Cody's wingman. A formerly full-time job. We had to lay off our wingman when I met Gina. But
the thing is,
in the past, that was a full-time job.
I was going to say, depending on the night, too, you could be Cody's wingman and a proctologist at the same time.
That is the shittiest job to have. Seth can attest to that.
Sure can.
Oh, man.
Oh, wow.
Just about there.
And then apparently Kyle is causing a fit because his got deleted somehow.
I don't think that happened, Kyle.
Yeah,
I think you're wrong about that. Yeah. So we don't have any. Oh, he cussed. That's why. That's why it didn't pop up. Yeah, you can't cuss, Kyle. This is a family show. God damn it.
All right. I'm ready.
Have we vamped enough, Seth? All right.
You have.
Bring it to
All
it.
right.
So this is going to be. You're going to read through the synopsis with the changes. Is that right?
Yeah, and you guys are gonna guess what the movie is. All right.
All right.
You guys ready? All right.
Yep.
When Slippy Pippy misses his son's pickleball practice, he makes peace by promising his son a water pick for Christmas. What Slippy Pippy doesn't know is that every other squirrel wants the water pick as well. On the day of Christmas Eve, Slippy Pippy must compete against a deranged chimney sweep, as well as con artist sheep herders, the nurses, and almost every parent in town to get his son the cherished water pick. But while Slippy Pippy is going insane, trying to find the water pick, his son is wondering where his French fry is, and the murder hornet is putting the moves on his wife.
This is why I love this game, because that's hilarious just to listen to because it's nonsense. But also, I don't know if you know, Jared, but I know the movie.
I do too. Yeah.
And it's so fucking funny to think of the movie with these
that
changes.
stuff. Yeah.
With Slippy Pippy?
No, dude. Fucking funny.
If there was a murder hornet going after the wife, that would make that part so much more interesting.
And everyone calling him Slippy Pippy the entire time.
Slippy Pippy.
My favorite thing is he's wondering where his French fry is. The singular French fry.
Yeah. I would be. What is the original of that? What's he wondering where what is?
And the deranged chimney sweeps. I'd watch a movie about deranged chimney sweeps. That's the only thing. All right.
Well, you should check out Fiddler on the Roof.
Yeah. All right. The original one is when Howard misses his son's karate practice, not pickleball. He makes peace by promising his son a Turbo Man doll for Christmas. What Howard doesn't know is that every other child wants the doll for Christmas as well. On the day of Christmas Eve, Howard must compete against a deranged postal worker.
Sinbad.
Sinbad, there we go.
Sinbad,
I wanted to say Kazam. I always get that mixed up. As well as a con artist, Santas, the police, and almost every parent in town to get his son the cherished toy. But while Howard is going insane trying to find the doll, his son is wondering where his father is, and his neighbor is putting the moves on his wife.
That'll do it. That'll do it.
Phil Hartman? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Phil Hartman's definitely trying to fuck the wife.
You know what's crazy? Right before I said Slippy Pippy, I almost said Arnold Schwarzenegger, which would have just ruined.
That would have been amazing, though.
That would have been pretty fun.
I would have laughed. Wouldn't have been able to. I would have laughed really hard
because it would have been the character.
Yeah. We got some correct answers, Jared. I don't care which one you pick, but we got a few folks getting it right. This is holiday classic, if you ask me. Jingle All the Way. Mm-hmm. Arnold Schwarzenegger, one of his best roles. I love this movie. We watched, Kyle and young budding author Cody Michael watched a ton of Jingle All the Way. We had it on VHS, and we would watch it at any time of the year. So this is one of my favorite holiday classics that takes me back. And I know you guys have seen this too. I'm pointing the wrong way. I know you guys have seen this too and have fond memories of it from way back in the day.
Put that cookie down.
Turbo Man.
You're my number one customer.
Fucking Turbo Man. You're my favorite customer. The funny thing about the Turbo Man thing is that it was, I think, in part meant to be like a satire about how dumb we all are about Christmas. And it only got worse. Like, nobody listened to Jingle All the Way. I don't know why, but none of us took the point that Jingle All the Way was meaning to get across. Well, and it only got worse after that.
I mean, it's not like this fucking great piece of art or cinema or anything like that.
What are you talking about? Have you ever seen it?
You are wrong.
Anakin Skywalker.
I don't think they were going for any fucking satire in that
Anakin
movie.
Skywalker climbs a building into like a giant Christmas tree, and then Kazam is chasing him.
And then he runs away because there's sand.
Yeah.
Where else are you going to get this? Okay, so Jared, you keep saying Kazam.
Oh, the Mandela effect?
That's a Mandela effect thing.
Yeah.
Everyone knows about Kazam, which was
Shaquille O'Neal.
Shaquille O'Neal.
No. Yeah, Kazam. Yeah.
Wait, hold on. I'm getting a fucking poster for this Sinbad movie. Dude, okay, so for those in the chat who don't know about the Mandela effect, the Mandela effect is when collectively we all, for some reason, have a similar memory that is wrong. And one of those similar memories that is wrong is that for some reason a lot of us have a belief that there was a movie starring Sinbad called Kazam before the Shaq movie called Kazam, where Sinbad played a genie. I have been certain of that for a long time, and obviously Jared is too, and it's not fucking true. There was never that movie. Seth, did you have that same belief before?
No, I just think growing up in my mind, I actually think part of the reason is because of all that, because Sinbad on all that played Keenan's dad and that character that did like that. Do you remember that one? He's wearing supposed to be from another country, and he does this type of thing a lot.
Are you trying to dance around not being racist here right now?
No, because I can't remember exactly what it was. I wouldn't lie about it if I was. I just don't remember what it was. I can't remember where he was from or anything like that. I don't know. But he was his dad in that. Sinbad played his dad in that. And that picture of him as who kind of looked like because I think they did magic. I think in that just in my mind paralleled it to Kazam and being magic. I think that's why I did it.
No, Cody, Jill actually mentioned in the chat, this exact conversation happened at one of our Christmases a handful of years ago, where I mentioned something along the lines of the Mandela effect, and they didn't know what it was. And she was like, yeah, that Sinbad movie with Kazam. And I was like, that is the prime example. And half the people at the table thought it was Sinbad. The other half thought it was Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah.
It's a weird rabbit hole on the internet. If you type that in, there's a bunch of different things like Kit Kat. Does it have a hyphen? Does it not have a hyphen?
No, that one I don't know.
Yeah.
So I watched a video this is a total fucking sidebar. But I'll be quick about it. I watched a video last night that was it was a Reddit thread of all of the theories out there that are scary to think about. And so it was really philosophical. So one of them was the theory that you are the only one who is actually conscious and everything else is your imagination. So it's stuff like that. Very, very fucking philosophical, dumb shit. And one of the things they said was the theory involving the Mandela effect is that at some point in the early 90s, we made a shift from one universe to another universe. And some of us remember memories from the old universe where Sinbad was Kazam. And some of us remember memories from the new universe where Shaq is Kazam. And that's the reason why we have these. Dude, do not, if you want to not sleep, ask me and I'll send you this link. But that's cracking the surface of the fucking depravity of some of these these theories that were meant to keep people up at night. It was not a good idea for me to watch those. It was very heavy.
I can't wait until the fucking event happens here in a few months when all this fucking shit like collides, where our other universe selves come back and they're like, what the fuck are you guys doing here? Like, look at this place. It's awful. You guys are dying like crazy. Like, what's going on? And then we have to like battle. We'll have to battle our other selves because we have to defend our honor. And then whoever lives,
I got to defend the honor.
It combines the worlds, and whoever lives between the two, like one of each has to die.
Okay, I'm curious. I keep seeing this thing, and again, this is a TikTok thing, but is there some like crazy event that's supposed to happen on December 21st?
I mean, that's been happening for years. That's been happening since.
That was like a decade ago. December 21st, whatever year.
Yeah. 2000, the fucking Y2K was supposed to blow up. Like, okay. I mean, there's all of these that have been talked about for years and years and years.
So there might be a new one, but yes, there was at one point there was a December 21st Doomsday, but I don't know about this year. I haven't heard anything.
I guess not too far down the rabbit hole, but Cody, why the 90s did it split?
Oh, there's not a why. And it's also, there's multiple of them. Dan brings up another one that's actually mentioned in the video that I'm talking about, the Berenstain Bears versus the Berenstain Bears. And he's saying
Berenstain versus Bernstein.
Yeah, Dan has this wrong, but he's close. So the second Bernstein there, a lot of people remember Bernstein Bears, Steen, but actually the spelling of it is Stain. It's the Berenstain Bears. Steen. And that's the last name of the authors. It's not even the last name of the characters. So everybody remembers, or at least a lot of people remember Bernstein Bears, but it's actually Berenstain Bears. And that's one of those things that like there was a split then, and some of us remember the old and some of us remember the new, but that's evidence of the parallel reality. This is not that kind of podcast. Go listen to Joe Rogan if you want to hear a bunch of dumb conspiracy theories. But
I watched that last night
and it was fascinating.
I got one more theory. That line that's on the side of Cody's camera there, that's actually was further over to the right last time. You just could barely see it. Now it's starting to get stronger. Once that passes through him and on our February show, that's when the universe collides and recombines again to where it was. So
all right, so we have 2 months, people.
Yeah, so just look out. Next month when it's over by like where the stocking is, you're gonna be like, oh shit, Seth was right.
Yep. We call this the death scanner. Once it gets over me, I'm done, and we're all done. So enjoy your life.
Well, no, you're out in Bend. We still got a while before it gets over here.
That's true. If it's scanning from West,
you're gonna get in a car.
Got a few months.
Yeah, you're not gonna get in a car and drive across the fucking like New York, and then like now what do we do? Like
but somehow this random bar is just seen across the U.S.
It was a cyberpunk glitch that came out into real life.
Jeez, I can see that.
Cyberpunk.
If it goes past you, your fucking clothes just disappear. That's the only thing that happens.
They get burnt off.
Yeah.
Holy shit, man. This is the furthest off the rails we've gotten on a live show, but here we are. And fortunately, I'm ready to bring us back in because we're going to switch gears here. We finished the SoCo second draft. Thank you for those who commented. Big shout out to Brett for giving us our chimney sweep answer. But we're going to go forward here. We're getting into one more game, and we're going to be taking a look at some Christmas movies and seeing if we can identify some quotes. You might remember this classic. This is going to be the segment we call Making the Quota.
What's your name?
Fuck you! That's my name!
My name is Inigo Montoya.
And I quote!
I missed that sounder. That's a good one.
That is a funky one.
It's one of my favorites. I had to dig it out. I took it off the board because we haven't played that game in so long. But I'm glad it's back. Making the quota. Let's do it. What are you doing?
Dr. Evil. I've always wanted to share a screen with Dr. Evil.
I thought you were trying to...
trying to...
No, I'm not going to give it to you now.
Mommy.
So this is a revamped Making the Quota in that we're going to make a little bit more of a game, a competitive game out of it. So once again, I'll host because, I come up with the ideas. I got to make it easy on myself. So what I'm going to do here, this is, again, Christmas themed, so this would be quotes from 8 different Christmas movies. And how we're going to do this, we're going to kind of combine the game from a few weeks ago that we did with the music. So I'll give the quote, and there's 3 things that you can name for maximum points. The name of the character, the name of the movie, and the name of the actor. You're going to beforehand say how many of those 3 you can guess, or if you can't get any of them, you can pass and give it to the next person. And we'll just do it back and forth. I don't have a coin. I forgot about that part. Cody, give me a number between 1 and 10.
7.
Jared?
6.
I was 6. Jared got it. All right. All right. Jared, would you like to go first or second?
I'll go second.
Second? All right. The first movie, and these range in difficulty. Some of them I think are pretty easy. Some of them might not be. So the first quote is, "You stink. You smell like beef and cheese. You don't smell like Santa." Also, get away from the comments so that no is cheating. So just move over to the private chat for now, if you can.
Oh, yeah. No help
I don't
in the
even have
comments.
mine up, so.
Okay. All right. You stink. You smell like beef and cheese. You don't smell like Santa. How many, between the actor, the movie, and the character name, how many can you get?
Did he freeze?
Or you can
He's
pass.
asking you.
No,
Wait, is it me?
Yeah, it's you.
Oh, I thought it was Jared's because he got the
No.
number.
I mean, I'll
Okay.
take
He
it.
said second. Unless
Okay, sorry. Read it again.
Okay.
I was
You stink.
somewhere else.
You stink. You smell like beef and cheese. You don't smell like Santa.
Are there hints?
Nope. It's just out of those 3, the actor, the character, and the movie, how many of those can you get? Or do you want to pass it to Jared? But it sounds like he knows it. So I don't know if you want to pass it.
This is maybe detrimental to my own health, but I don't have a clue. So I got to
Okay.
pass it to my man, JB.
And you'll lose points also if you don't, like that game that
answer
last
wrong.
time, if you answer wrong. So Jared,
Yeah.
out of those 3, you've heard the quote 4 times now. So
Yeah.
the actor, the movie, the character, how many of those can you get?
Oh, actor, movie, character.
And you just have to say the amount. You don't have to say which ones.
Okay, I'll say 3.
You can get all 3.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's do this.
Fuck.
What do you got?
Bad Santa. Is that one?
No.
Wait, it's not?
No.
It's not Bad Santa?
No.
What? Are you fucking kidding me?
I'm not kidding. Does anyone in the chat? It appears that no one in the chat knows. Cody, do you want to try and steal?
I mean, do I lose points if I try and miss?
Yes.
Then no, I don't know it.
Okay. It's Elf. Will Ferrell
That's
and
Elf.
Buddy. Yeah.
Okay.
I thought it was
All right.
Thurman Merman in Bad Santa.
You're not seeing it,
We
but
got
Nolan.
Nolan NPA just popped in. He's got
Hey,
it.
don't look at the chat. You're cheating.
Sorry, I only switched. I only switched after I had passed.
Okay.
But I'm gonna. Maybe this is a controversial opinion. I really don't fucking like that movie. I know a lot of people do. I know it's a favorite. But I saw it once and I was like, pass. I don't need it again. So that's why I didn't need the quote.
Wait, so am I down 3 points?
You're down 3 points, but because that was technically Cody's quote, I'll let you go next here. So we'll go over to you.
All right.
The quote here is "Holiday Hoobie Wuddy." Out of actor, movie, and character, how many can you get?
3.
3?
Yeah.
All right, what do you got?
Grinch or The Grinch, Jim Carrey, and Cindy Lou Who.
All right. So, which
Wait, do we have to say who said it or just any character?
the character who said it?
Oh, okay. Well, it's the Grinch then that said it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And which what's the title of the movie?
How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
There you go.
Okay, thank you. Ron Howard. How Ron Howard presents.
Jared got all
got
3.
it.
Yes, it is. The Grinch said that.
There you go.
How the Grinch Stole Christmas, not the newest one, but and then the one with Jim Carrey, because obviously it's Jim Carrey. So
Thank you for being
Does
very lenient.
anybody? I feel like nobody thinks of the Benedict Cumberbatch, the Grinch from last year, as even mattering. Like I
think
feel
it
like
got
everyone
okay
just missed
reviews,
that.
but
I mean,
Yeah.
I went and saw it, and I liked it. Yeah.
Yeah, people liked it, and it was fine. But I don't think anyone is thinking like no one's watching that this Christmas.
It
It's
was
just the
number
vibe
one
of
on
it.
Netflix for a little bit recently.
Really?
Was it? Okay, maybe I'm wrong about that.
But I think that's like
I've been
kids
wrong
and
a
stuff
couple times
watching it.
before.
You know?
I mean, when you say The Grinch, I think the really old animated, like 20-minute
Yep.
one or whatever, and then the
That's what I
Jim
watch
Carrey
every
one.
Christmas.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, Cody, it's back to you. So it's 0-0 again, correct? Yes. All right. The quote is, "Oh my God, I shot my eye out."
Okay.
How many can you get?
I think I get two. I think I
Two?
get two.
All right.
Yeah. The movie is A Christmas Story,
Okay.
and the character's name is Ralphie.
Yeah, I was gonna say I last name. I won't make you get that. That's.
Oh,
pretty
do you
tough.
want? If you want the last name, pass. But
no,
it
no.
definitely is A Christmas Story, and I'm pretty sure it's Ralphie, right?
Yep. All right. So Cody's on the board with 2 points.
Ralphie, you'll shoot your eye out.
Peter Billingsley was the actor.
Yeah, I
Who
never.
was
I was
also in Elf.
There
Is
you
he
go.
really?
Yeah.
There you
All
go.
right.
We got a theme going. It's patterns.
Hey, hidden movie details, people.
It just so happened, and this will be the halfway point once we get here. It just so happened, I know Jared knows this movie pretty well. I think, though, one of these might be pretty difficult to get.
Jingle all the way.
The quote is, "Keep the change, you filthy animal."
Ooh.
Oh, crap.
How many can you get?
Oh, I can get three.
I'm going to go 3. Home
3?
Alone, Kevin McAllister, Macaulay Culkin.
Nope.
Well done.
Ah!
Wait, what? Doesn't he
That's-
say that though?
That's what?
I'm because I know who says it. It's the TV. Wait,
But isn't there a
okay? I'm
scene-
confused.
Okay, so I think I know what you're getting at, Seth. That you want the guy from the TV. I'm assuming.
That's a.
But doesn't
It says "Gangster Johnny" is what I saw.
yeah.
Yes.
So Gangster Johnny's on the TV, but I'm pretty sure maybe someone in the chat can help us out. I'm pretty sure Kevin says it also in the movie.
All right. How about
when he's
this?
like trying to look badass near the end. Yeah, Kyle says he says it too. Ooh, but NPA says he never says it. We need a tiebreaker.
Well, because I know he mouths it when the pizza boy comes.
Oh, that's
So
probably what
maybe
I'm
he
thinking.
doesn't say it. You know what? I'll
Yep.
give Seth. I'll allow it. I didn't get it.
Well,
Dirty
this
Dan
is
is
pretty.
in there saying he mouths it. But Movie Mania Nick says he does say it. We got no. I don't know.
All right.
What are we gonna do, Seth?
Let's do a different.
Maybe.
I mean,
what if you just gave-
I'm okay
what-
with just 2.
I was gonna say, what if you gave him the point and then just didn't subtract for the ones he got wrong? So you give him the point for Home Alone, and then wash on the rest.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah. So that would put Jared at 1.
Yeah.
Wait, so
And me
I
too.
would have had to known who played Gangster Joey?
Yeah.
Gangster Johnny. Yeah.
And that he was called Gangster Johnny.
What
That's why
the
it's a home.
fuck? This game sucks.
You suck. Okay. We'll give you
JB's
the
now
point.
at
So it's
1.
2-1.
Yeah. JB's got 1. I got 2.
And this is
Bring it
Jared's. No, this is Cody's turn.
Yeah, it's Cody's.
All right. Quote 5. "Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. When I wake up, I'm getting a CAT scan." How many can you get?
Oh,
Or do you want to pass?
You had to put the CAT scan thing in there. When I wake up, I'm getting a CAT scan. I can hear it, but I don't know who says it.
I think Jared might know this.
Pass to Mark. You cannot pass to Mark.
I got to protect the lead. I'm going to pass it. If you know it, JB, you can have the points.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so I have to say movie, actor, and character name.
If you want to go for all three, though,
Oh,
you
I
can
want
go
all
1,
three,
2, or
baby.
3.
Give me all 3.
Okay.
The Santa Claus,
Okay.
Tim Allen,
Okay.
Scott Calvin.
Holy shit, got the last name and everything.
SC,
Oh,
baby.
man.
Oh, very well done.
Ding 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 ding.
This, so Kyle had guessed Tim Allen for a different. Oh no, Kyle and Karina got this one.
Time.
Yeah, Tim Allen. There you go. But Kyle had guessed Santa Claus earlier on, so I guess Kyle's just guessing that every time.
Just everyone, he's gonna get one right finally.
A lot of people got Santa Claus. That's another one that I just don't. Elf and the Santa Claus, There's not my favorites. I know people like them, but not a fan of me, I'm not a fan of it. So hopefully I get it. Hopefully I get a better draw for my last one now, Seth. This is my third of three.
No, there's 8 total, so you're gonna get 4.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Jared has a 4-2 lead. What do you got for me?
This is for Jared.
I just stole from.
Cody. That's right.
Yeah.
I passed.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yep.
You're right.
All right, Jared.
Mm-hmm.
When Santa squeezes his fat white ass down that chimney tonight, he's gonna find the jolliest bunch of assholes this side of the nut house. How many can you get?
Oh God. I know all of them, but I'm trying to think of what his name is. Can I use a nickname if in the movie, or do I need to actually have his actual name?
Name. First or last, but name.
Fuck. I'm blanking here. I'm gonna go 2 just to be safe.
Okay.
It's National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, Chevy Chase, but I can't think of the character's name.
All right,
His
you got 2
nickname
points.
His nickname is Sparky.
You got 2 points. It's Clark Griswold.
There we go. God damn it. How did I not know that?
And that's like in some cases I would have said, oh, that's fine, but that's a pretty like infamous name.
Yeah,
of
yeah,
Christmas
exactly.
movies, so I wasn't
Clark W. Griswold, if I remember correctly.
Yep,
Yeah.
boom, right there. Give him a point.
Yeah, I should get a point. So Jared got 2. Shit, you're running away from it now. You got 6 to my 2. What do you got for me, Seth?
All right, Cody. This is your last one now.
Bring it.
You guys are nothing but a bunch of sleazy common men in red suits. Con men, sorry. You guys are nothing but a bunch of sleazy con men in red suits.
I think I know it.
I think I know it.
I think I can get 2, but not 3. I'm gonna go for it because fuck it. This is my last one.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is
Jared.
I think this is Jingle All the Way and Arnold Schwarzenegger's character.
You don't want the third one?
I don't want the third one. I don't know.
You are
Howard.
correct. Howard Langston.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't have gotten the last name.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can never have gotten even Howard. But because he meets the whole team of Santas and they have a fight scene, right?
Yeah.
That's fucking.
And then the Big Show's in
Jingle
there.
All the Way, dude. Fuck your Santa Claus. Fuck your elf. Jingle All the Way is the #1 Christmas movie. I don't care what you say.
That and The Night Before. That's always a good one too.
I haven't seen that, but that's on Gina's list to watch. So
I watched
catch
it
that.
2 nights ago.
I can say this last one though might take give those other ones a run for their money with best Christmas movie. Jared, this one's for you. This one is, hey Jelly Jugs, next time you're on my court, you better wear a bra, okay?
You know what's funny? You guys both. I know this movie, but I don't know. I've never watched it. I've never seen it.
Really?
I can only say one, and it's 8 Crazy Nights. I don't know the act. I don't know anything about that movie.
Either way, you still win. But
Okay.
yes, 8 Crazy Nights.
Is it the little old guy that says it?
No, it's Davy Stone, the main guy. But Cody, I'm gonna give you some bonus points. What's the score right now?
Jared just went 7-4.
Okay, I'll give you 2 bonus points. So you won't win, but you'll get close. If you can say the line after.
Next time you come on my court, wear a bra. What does he
Jelly
say?
Joes, next time you're on my court, you better wear a bra, okay?
I'm skipping straight ahead to "Why are you eating that?" And I know that. I know that's too far to skip, but I know you know it.
It's Whitey. Whitey, who says it. Because he's consoling him, and he goes, "He was just kidding, son. You've got very nice boobs.
You've got very nice boobs." That's a fucking great one. Wow.
Jared, you haven't watched that?
I've never. Okay, what happened? All I know is Adam Sandler's animated, and there's an old little dude that's like a ref.
We should do for your Patreon
a commentary.
Commentary.
Okay, because
yes,
I've never seen it.
Yeah. Oh, it's the best.
The weirdest thing has just happened to me. By the way, I'm in full support of the 8 Crazy Nights commentary, but I just knocked my mouse off of the stand that it sits on, and I lost it. I've now found all the pieces. But I was like, I can't do much without my mouse. But we're all good. We're all good.
Man.
Got the mouse.
Man,
I lost the mouse.
So
Jared is the winner.
I didn't mean to cut to the drama, but JB, you are the champion of the Christmas game.
4-3 for the win. Yes! LeBron James at the buzzer.
He's the man with the quotes.
I was going through the list. Like I found a website that had like where I found like the Home Alone quote, but I'm like, I gotta have one Eight Crazy Nights quote in there. And so I went through and I know a bunch of them by heart, but I wanted to make sure. And I was going through the quotes in the IMDb, and it's, oh my God, I was peeing myself at work reading some of those. It's so fucking funny. That movie is ridiculous. Yeah,
that movie's. Let me know when you guys want to do that commentary, because that would be really fun.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that movie in a long time, but that's a really fun. Yeah. It's not I don't think it's a Christmas movie.
Yes, it is.
I think it's a Hanukkah movie.
Is it a Hanukkah movie?
It takes place during Christmas, part of it.
Well, that's because Hanukkah's near Christmas.
And it's about celebrating Christmas and Hanukkah.
Isn't it pronounced
better
Shanukkah?
than I do.
Yeah. Yes,
it is. It's Shanukkah.
Yeah.
I've seen it a billion times. I watch it every Christmas Eve, but I'll watch it again for Patreon.
Good. There you go.
There you go, people.
There's without debate, the number one Shanukkah movie is definitely 8 Crazy Nights. But Jingle All the Way, I think, takes the top spot for our favorite Christmas movies. And I'm not even going to ask you guys if you agree with it, because I'm just going to make the declaration. The SoCo Show's favorite Christmas movie is Jingle All the Way. And we move on from there.
I'm going to also request that from now on that fucking my boy Dr. Evil sits next to me for the rest of the show. Just take the quota part out, and the whole time
laser.
He's just my boy hanging out.
I mean, next time I'll make the graphic and scoot him over a little bit so he's closer to you.
Oh, he's my bud.
Yeah.
I don't want to, Seth. I don't want to dig you too much, but I mean, it's not going to be too long before you can go as Dr. Evil for Halloween.
Laser. You're not going to eat that skin, are you?
Oh, yeah.
You did. That's gross.
Oh, there's a good one. Yes.
I just finally flipped back to the comments, and Mike V is just throwing in the 8 Crazy Nights quotes. My finger's in your mouth, kitty, but I don't feel no teeth.
Don't say them all, because Jared needs to experience them for the first time.
Yeah, well, out of context, that doesn't make any fucking sense. So I think it'll be all right. We got the technical foul is in there. Everybody loves 8 Crazy Nights. I don't want to spend a ton of time on this, but Kyle asked a question that I guess we have to answer. Seth, you first. Yes or no, is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
Sure. I don't know.
Seth said sure, Jared?
I'm going to say yes.
Jared says, Seth, what were you going to say?
I've never like sat and watched all of it. It's like one of those shows that was on like Spike TV when I was a kid. So yeah.
Die Hard it's fine. If you want to watch it during Christmas, watch it. I watched it a couple years ago during Christmas. I'd rather watch Jingle All the Way. I'll tell you that.
I appreciate it because very few people I've talked to have Jingle All the Way anywhere close to the top one. So I appreciate the love for it.
I enjoyed it as a kid, but man, oh man, it's not. I mean, it's not a great movie.
It didn't hold up.
No. Yeah, right, man. It still does. Jamie!
I don't know.
That's the kid's name.
Arnold is
Jamie,
not a
I
good
got
actor.
the doll for you, Jamie.
Have you? Conan O'Brien did a little video for this show where it was so apparently TBS actually like edited the ending out of Jingle All the Way, like to cut it for time or whatever. They just cut it off. I think after he gets the toy. I didn't see it. But he made a video where he showed the unedited footage, and it's where they're flying up at the end when he's got Jamie in his arms, and an airplane hits them both, and then they explode, and it's credits.
Oh my god, that's like the ending of Scary Movie. If there was a Christmas movie, which they should have made a parody Christmas movie.
I'm surprised that they haven't. Yeah. Well, it's funny because doesn't every Scary Movie end the same way, where a car hits someone?
Someone gets hit by a car.
Everyone.
I know 3 does.
1, 2, and 3.
The first 3
do.
Yeah, it does. Wow. A little walk down memory lane this week. I'm going to play the outro for Making the Quota because we don't get to hear that funky-ass sounder very often.
What's your name?
Fuck you! That's my name!
My name is Inigo Montoya.
And quote.
All right. I don't want to skip this story, but we are short on time, so I want to be quick on this story. We've got one quickie piece of movie news.
Quiet on the set. Can we please have quiet on the set?
Movies.
That is an accidentally
shit.
overlay because we got our boy TC over here running away from the explosion, and that's exactly what the real TC is doing this week. We have Jared. I'm going to make an attempt to share my screen for a moment here. We've got Tom Cruise in the news this week because he is being criticized and praised online this week because he was very loud and very corrective at some people on the cast of Mission Impossible 7 who were not following COVID protocols. Let's see if I just had this audio. Where is it? Here we go. Take a listen.
You're back there in Hollywood making movies right now because of us. Because they believe in us and what we're doing. I'm on the phone with every studio at night. Insurance companies. Producers. And they're looking at us and using us to make their movies. We are creating thousands of jobs, you I don't ever want to see it again. Ever. And if you don't do it, you're fired. And I see you do it again, you're gone. And anyone on this crew does it. That's it. And you too, and you too, and you. Don't you ever do it again.
I'm going to stop it there. He goes on for another couple minutes, and
same even gets more heated.
He gets more heated. He makes more he's very loud in this. And it's funny because there's been, for me, it seems like an equal amount of praise and criticism for Tom Cruise. On the side of criticism, obviously what you have is a very wealthy man who is in charge of all these people, screaming at them. That's not very respectful. And so people are saying that this is not the way to handle this, Tom. And on the other side, you have a bunch of people who I think are very frustrated with folks who are not willing to comply to COVID protocols. And so you've seen a lot of people on that side of things saying that this is what they deserve. Tom Cruise should yell at these people because they're fucking around, and this is something that you can't fuck around with. Seth, we talked about this before, and you said you're not passionate about this, but you've seen a lot of the debate. Do you lean any one direction, or are you in the middle on this? Where do you lean?
I do see both sides of the argument. I think clearly no one should be talked to like that, especially on like a movie set. Like, you're not getting talked to like that at Staples. So I don't think you're gonna yell. You shouldn't be yelled at that at a movie set either. That being said,
I don't know. Have you ever worked at Staples?
The fact that they're even on a movie set is probably not the best thing with COVID going on. And so people should be following those rules strictly. And from my understanding is these two people were standing close to each other next at a monitor watching something when they shouldn't have been. And he's apparently been on the set walking around observing protocols when he's not filming. And like being very strict and has told people and blah, blah, blah. My understanding, though, is that's how he is on all movie sets where he's it's business. And if you do anything to disrupt the business, you're fucking, in trouble. And I'm sure he's talked to other people like this before, so it's not the first time, not that it's right in any way. And I'm sure he has power issues. He's a short dude. I mean, we know he's a little insane, if not a lot insane, just by when most people weren't even, who, commenting this online probably weren't even alive yet when he fucking jumped up and down on the couch on Oprah and was saying how much he loved Katie Holmes. Like, this dude has a history of being crazy. And
Cuckoo, man.
Yeah. He's the same guy too. I see the argument of like, he jumped off of a roof last year, broke his leg, and shut down production for 6 weeks. So like, he's done it too. So there's a little bit of hypocrisy there as well. But I think overall, the thing that I've hated the most seeing online, just like I hate Twitter in general, people are stuck inside too long at this point because they're arguing about everything. This is a story that will be gone in 2 more days, and no one's going to care. And the reaction, because everyone's home just like reading this stuff, is people were like taking the side like mask versus no mask or Trump versus Biden. Like I was seeing that type of anger towards like people were having towards each other. I'm like, calm the fuck down. You're going to forget about this soon. And it's not like, it's a big deal. People shouldn't be treated like that. But at the same time, it's like, it's not that big of a deal because your action of being upset about that, you're still going to go fucking see Mission Impossible. So, you know, and you were the same people who were saying that mask, you know, you're the same people that are doing like the masks and all that stuff, like, which I agree with. But now you're saying that those people shouldn't be following the rules. So there's some hypocrisy there. It's like, just everyone calm down. It's going to be okay.
Yeah. I think that's a really good perspective that this is not huge in the scope of things.
Yeah.
And so the level of intensity that the debate has risen to is maybe overblown.
The real problem is
it's a fascinating.
The real problem is that our government isn't helping us to where people shouldn't have to work. You know,
what are you talking about? They're going to give us a nice maybe $600.
Yeah.
Ooh, $600.
I'm ready to get a couple McChickens with that.
There's all these fucking other countries where people just straight up haven't been working and government's been giving them money to, you know, be healthy, and where they've had some sort of like, that's the real problem. People shouldn't even be on a movie set. Like, that's not the biggest thing in the scope of things. So if you're really arguing about this over something that has been killing people, like 3,000 people a day for a while now, like that's the fucking issue here. So just again, calm down.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's the Tom Cruise of it all, honestly, that blows it up, because I think you get the added wrinkle of some people just hate Tom Cruise because of the Scientology thing. Some people love Tom Cruise because he is Tom Cruise, baby.
I saw the like a sparkle in your eye. Tom Cruise, baby.
I fucking love Tom. I want him to scream at me like that, honestly.
Yeah.
This video turned me on, but the scale, Jared, seems to run from don't talk to people like this all the way up to it's COVID, we got to be serious. Where are you at on that scale?
Well, the thing is, I knew that this happened, but I am so out of Twitter now. Like, I'm barely on it. I post stuff. That's about it. I had no clue what he had said and whatnot. And after hearing it, it's like, holy shit, like that's pretty rough and whatnot. Also, when someone's recording, how many other times had this happened without them recording?
Right.
You know, it's one of those things. I'm like, wait a minute, this is a happy accident or something like that. I would say disrespectful, but warranted in a way where it's like, hey, Seth, you're right. There's so many things people shouldn't be doing right now that they are doing. And the thing is, it comes down to business. Movies are art, but it's in reality, it's a business. It's money. They're making money. It's a studio. And that's why they're making these movies right now, to make money. But yeah, it's wear your mask, 6 feet apart, all that stuff. I think it's a thing where some people have kind of made the argument. I've seen some people, and again, you know, it's the way that they perceive people, I guess. And they're like, well, he has power, money, fame. He's allowed to do that. And I think, no, I think everyone should be treated the same. And the thing is, he's had a long past of just crazy shit. Like, even going all the way back to Top Gun. I don't know how reliable this behind the scenes story is, but like they shot with real fighter jets. And he kept touching buttons on the fighter jets that to like literally fire a missile, and they had to, I think, tie his hands down in his scenes so he couldn't move because he kept fucking touching stuff. So like part of it's on him.
Yeah, that sounds like TC. I think where I eventually land is somewhere in the very middle, where it's like, should he have spoken up? Absolutely. I think it's great that he speaks up and is trying to get his people to follow protocol. And I think a lot of the stuff he says about, you know, other studios are looking at us to determine whether or not they can go do their thing, and there's jobs at stake. And I understand all that, and I think it's true. I think there's a better way to go about that conversation. Yep. I think in the year 2020, like, you're going to scream at a person. And like, I have a hard time, like, I know Tom Cruise is fucking 5'6". Like, I have a hard time thinking that he's going to scare a person by screaming at them when he's, you know, he's not a huge dude. And I don't fucking, no shame to short dudes, like, be whatever. But when you yell, what you're trying to do is make yourself physically imposing to other people so that you can dominate them. And he's just not going to achieve that. I know that he's Tom Cruise, but it's very silly for me to think about. Like, zoom out from that and picture Tom Cruise standing in the middle of something just yelling, and it's not effective. So like, it's not an effective form of communication. So I think I'm glad he spoke up and took ownership of the set and is promoting good protocols. There's a better way to go about it, man. And I think that's where eventually all of us kind of land. Yeah. NPA. Apparently, it's pretty rough over at the Pizza Ranch. NPA went through some rough times over there, getting screamed at. We feel for you. We feel for you, Nolan. But you're in a better place today. And those Pizza Ranch people, they can't get you anymore. You're safe.
I will say too, my favorite like meltdown on a set still is Christian Bale's. I don't know if you remember that one. La-di-da-di-da. No. Good for you. We are done professionally. That's the best one. And he like,
if you can rant in British, that is the best way to rant.
Yeah. Easily. And that one was like, he apologized for and like has joked about since. So like, he's taken it well. Tom Cruise isn't going to apologize for this. You know, absolutely like he's done this stuff before. He's not going to apologize for it.
Yep.
He's fucking Tom Cruise. He's going to get every movie he wants made. And that's the thing. The only way to get your point across saying this isn't right, don't go to his movie, but you're gonna. And that's just the way it works. So. Yep.
I'm sure as fuck gonna. and if you're out there and you're not going to go to Mission Impossible 7 because of this, I'm going to go twice. Oh, man. Well, I didn't want to skip over it, but we do got to be quick and move on. But TC in the news, let us know in the comments. Or, of course, on Twitter or Facebook at SoCo Show Pod. What you think of Tom Cruise? Was he right? Was he wrong? How could he have handled things differently? Let us know, and that's going to do it for this week's movie news.
Quiet on the set. Can we please have quiet on the set?
Movies.
All right, gentlemen, let's get to a couple of reviews. That is what this podcast says it does, is reviews. So we're gonna,
we chunk into the last 15 minutes.
People are like, hey, what's your podcast about? And I tell them movie reviews, and then we end up jamming our reviews into the last 20 minutes. We're not going to go to movie reviews right now, though. We got to start with TV. Seth is coming at you with the TV corner.
Television! Down on the corner. Nobody puts baby in a corner.
Seth, we got a nice little series from our folks over at HBO Max that just wrapped up this week. I think today even.
Yep. Final episode came out this morning, so I checked it out. And I think this is something they're going to be trying out for maybe like their original, you know, like Netflix having Orange is the New Black in the beginning. I could see this being something they try and build off of, and that's The Flight Attendant. Stars Kaylee Cuoco from the Big Old Bang Theory, and she plays a flight attendant. And essentially the story here is that she's on a flight to Bangkok, I believe. And then she proceeds to Bangkok. She has a night with this. Nice. She has a drunken night with this presumably rich guy because she's the first class attendant, and she wakes up in bed and he's got a slit throat, blood everywhere, and he's dead. And so she freaks out because she wakes up to next to a dead guy. Doesn't know if she did it. Doesn't know what happened, and that's where the mystery ensues. What they do that's kind of different here, though, that I liked, and this is based off of a book, some sort of best-selling book, so I think it has some backstory and stuff. But in terms of this, basically, it partially takes place in her head, where she will be in the real world and then zoop into her head, and that the dead guy's in there because she had such a great night with that dead guy that she kind of had feelings for him and stuff. She was starting to like him that night, and so she's dealing with that, like the fact that he's dead, and the first time in forever she had feelings for someone, because that's the type of girl she is. She's like a partier and is a flight attendant, so she's going to all these different cities and hooking up with people and partying and stuff. And so she finally meets this guy that she likes, and now he's dead, and she's almost dating him in her mind now that he's dead, and he's also helping her mind through this mystery. Essentially, so you clearly know that he doesn't know more than what she does. They address that even. He even says I'm in your head essentially, but she'll zoop into there and when something happens and they'll talk through it type of thing. So that's kind of an interesting little twist. But also part of her going into her head is because she has some other shit going on. She's an alcoholic, essentially. She had some stuff with her dad when she was a kid. She has a strained relationship with her brother, and she's an alcoholic. So, like, there's all kinds of stuff she's working through in these zoops into her head, essentially. And that's where you get a lot of the internal monologue and, like, what she's thinking through. But also at the same time, it's like it stops what's going on in the real world and then zoops into her head. So it's a pretty seamless transition back and forth between the real world and what's going on in her head and how it relates to what's going on in the story. In terms of the characters, too, she's fantastic as the flight attendant. But then she has this group of like friends, and it's like a small group of side characters that really add to the story quite a bit. There's kind of a side story going on with like her best friend flight attendant, not like a real best friend, but her friend like on all the because it's like a crew that works together, who's like dealing in some shady stuff. So they kind of cut to that every once in a while. And then she's got like a real best friend who's a lawyer who's helping her out with the situation. And she's got some guys she's seeing on the side and all this stuff. So there's a lot of like really good and weave together side characters that work really well. I think those are all really developed. It's funny too. It's got some good comedic moments. I mean, she spent how many years on a sitcom, so she's got some comedic chops. So, and I think a lot of the other side characters are meant to be comedic, a little more goofy, and then there's some that are meant to be a little bit more serious and scarier. So there's a good like mix of that, and it's a really good mystery too. Like it's you don't know really what's going on until the end, and there's a couple swerves that got me that were like it makes sense and it's not too far out, and it was a complete like not blindside, but like kind of left turn from what I thought. I will say like the final episode is a little convenient at times. So, but it wasn't too much where I'm like, it took me out of it. I'm like, okay, that's maybe a little bit, where something worked out essentially. But they do kind of leave, like I mentioned, like this being their series, they leave some little breadcrumbs and a little Easter eggs or little cliffhanger type things. Nothing where it's like for sure, like this is going to be another season, but it's like, if it does well, they can totally do more. So I think that'll be really cool if they continue on, and it's gotten really good reviews. I think it's like a 98 in Rotten Tomatoes right now. So people are liking it. I hope people discover it on HBO Max. I really liked it. Super easy to watch. I think it's 8 episodes, about 42, 43 minutes a piece. And yeah, it's nothing too. There's some deep moments, but nothing too hard of a watch. It's funny and a really good mystery. So I'd definitely recommend it. I liked it quite a bit. If you have HBO Max.
So you'll have 2 questions I have for you, Seth. One, would you like to see more? And 2, maybe tell me more about it sounds like they're leaning I expected more drama and more suspense, but you're saying it's maybe leaning more toward comedy. Elaborate on that a little bit.
It's a good mix. I think it's pretty even. It's not really suspenseful. It's definitely a mystery, and like, there's some dramatic moments, especially when I'm talking about like alcoholism and like stuff with her dad and like that, like some of those relationships. But there's some people who are really funny. A lot of her like friendships are more comedic based, and some jokes here and there. Nothing that's gonna like make you knee slap or like gut bust or anything like that. But you'll get some good laughs out of it. But yeah, it's a really good mix, I think, between all of it. It never gets too slapsticky, but I think they can get away with stuff because they do like the zooping in and out of the head where it's not entirely like this is 100% like a real thing. It's the situations are real, but like this isn't meant to be like a serious show like Law and Order type thing. This is meant to be a little bit fantastical and a little bit things are meant to stretch further than reality a bit because of events and things like that. So it's not like supernatural or anything like that, but it's a story that would probably never happen. So
sure.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
I want to get to Kyle's comment in a second. Do you want to see a second season? Would you prefer one, or would you like it to stop here?
No, I definitely would like to see more. I think it's a really nice watch. So I would love to see more.
There you go. Kaylee Cuoco is the flight attendant. Comedy mystery. It sounds like it's got it all over on HBO Max. All episodes are available. 8 episodes, 40 minutes apiece. Check those out. Kyle says I'm not going to watch it. He's probably right. I got to try to get my facial hair to catch up with the guys here. It's going to take me a while, but I am committed. We're going to be matching at some point. It might take me until I'm 40, but we're going to get there. Wow, that's it. So the flight attendant. Yeah, go ahead, Seth.
If Cody gets to like Jared's level of facial hair, that's like if he were to like master all the songs on like hard on Guitar Hero, and to get to mine, it'd be like it was expert. Like if he's playing Through the Fire and Flames with expert, that's what he would be.
You gotta play fucking Dragon Force if you're gonna get to what Seth's got going on. Oh my god. I don't want to re-dance. The Flight Attendant, available HBO Max. Kaylee Cuoco, go check it out. That's it for the TV Corner.
Television! Down on the corner. Nobody puts baby in a corner.
All right. Well, we got to shift gears from TV into the world of movies. We're going to do some quickie reviews over there. Let's check out what was new this week.
Mom, what do you think? I love it! I hated it!
All right, so we're going to chop down our reviews just a little bit, and I think we'll maybe do 3 of them pretty quickly. So, Jared, let's start with you. I want to – oh, hold on. Sorry, guys.
Oh.
Wow. Jared, I want to start with you, and I'm very excited to hear if you enjoyed this because the subject of this film is the town I live in right now. What do you see in this one?
Yes. It is a documentary, The Last Blockbuster, which is in Bend, Oregon, which, Cody, you took me to. It was awesome. So, yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. There's only one Blockbuster left, and the documentary kind of follows the owner that's had that Blockbuster for 20-ish years or whatever. They touch on Blockbuster through the years of how it grew from this thing to this thing and how it literally took over the world and then its eventual downfall. So that was really interesting to kind of get the inner workings and the truth, because there's always been rumors of like, oh, this happened or this happened, and you kind of find out what really did happen and whatnot. But also it's they got quite a few celebrity people to get kind of one-on-one interviews with, because they all somehow had a connection with Blockbuster. Like Adam Brody was on there because he had worked there. Who's the guy from Freaks? Kevin Smith was there. Who's the Freaks and Geeks?
Sam Levine.
Yes, there we go, Sam Levine. Yeah. And then Jamie Kennedy as well, which there's some cool stuff with like very famous people essentially got their start working at a Blockbuster, which is
we met someone in that movie. We met Sam Levine.
Yeah,
last
we did.
Year, about a year ago.
But
he's a little guy.
So there's some cool celebrity kind of firsthand accounts and whatnot. But then the rest of it is just kind of, a few people from Bend that work there, the manager, some like Bend film critic that lives out there, I guess. He's in it. One thing that I was like, wait a minute, is Cody going to be in this? Because there is footage from the comedy show.
The stand-up night?
There is?
Yeah.
Fuck,
and I don't think you made it unless you're in the background or something. But I was
haven't they done multiple of them though?
Yeah, they've done more than one. I performed at that Blockbuster, and it's the best. It's the second best thing I've done in comedy. And there weren't any cameras there. I think I would have known if I was going to be in it. But can you fucking imagine if I had been able to keep that a secret from you guys? And that's how
you would have need to like pull your balls out or something so you could be on Jared's series of TikToks.
My hidden details. So I'm curious. Cody, I'm curious if you're going to check this out and maybe know who that comic is or whatever. But I love the kind of firsthand accounts. I mean, they even say, everyone says the smell. The smell is exactly like the thing that they all remember and whatnot. I don't want to, get too far into the weeds because I'm assuming both of you guys will check it out. I recommend this to any movie fan out there, but anyone that is almost nostalgic, that went to the video rental store every weekend, maybe a couple times a week with their family, themselves, their friends, and just walked up and down the aisles, rented the same movie over and over again. Like, no lie, I got teary-eyed probably 3 times during this because it was such a feeling of pure joy because I needed this right now, but also just like, I can't believe that this thing is essentially taken from us now. Like, we will never have, like, people from the 80s to about early 2000s were the only people that got to experience this. It is gone. No one has it anymore. And they even touch on that. So yeah, I highly recommend this for any fan of movies, or if you just want a nice nostalgic watch. I told T-Buck, my brother, that I had rented it, and I had him watch it today, and he really enjoyed it as well.
Nice. I can't wait to watch this. The hometown, sure, that's meaningful, but if I could just drive, I could just go down there. That's the weird thing about Blockbuster being in your town, is it sounds like a big touristy thing that's like an event to go to, but I could just pop down the road and rent Arrival if I wanted to. Like it's just down there on DVD, and it's weird. It feels like stepping into the past. It really does. So if anyone's ever in Bend and you're watching this show, then you probably know me. So let me know if you want to come to Bend and check out the Last Blockbuster. I cannot wait to watch this. It's not only the hometown connection, but I was a big movie store kid, and Seth, I know you were too.
Yeah, let's. I'm thinking that we should do a documentary similar to Blockbuster, but we can do on the Last Digital Dog Pound.
Yes. The Last Digital Dog Pound in 01. Wow.
Yeah, I really want you guys to check it out because I want to talk further about it, especially with some kind of, how they're saying like, oh, there's libraries. How come there's no libraries for movies or something like that, So it kind of brings up some interesting conversations.
Yeah, I know. It's a great subject and everything, but it has Kevin Smith in it, so I'm clearly going to watch it, regardless.
Yeah, Seth is seeing that too. Kyle's jealous of the Buck family and their ability to just initial and Buck. That's jealousy at the end, Jared. You're not a douche. Kyle, also update your photo. That's an old one. Let's go for it. So the Last Blockbuster available to rent right now. So head on over to Blockbuster and pick that one up so you can check it out. Seth, let's switch over to you, and you're going to tell us about a new movie. I know you're a big fan of The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, and we have the star of that, Rachel Brosnahan, in a brand new one.
Yeah, Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, the movie. It's just it's basically her just hour of stand up. It's pretty great. No, it's called I'm Your Woman. I keep forgetting the fucking name, and it's not a indictment on the movie. It's just it has nothing to do with the movie. So essentially the movie is just Rachel Brosnahan is a housewife, and one day her husband comes home with a baby and says, "Here's your baby."
What?
And so she takes the baby and starts to kind of like, mother it, essentially. And she doesn't fucking question it. And then one day, her husband just doesn't come home, and someone comes in and says, "Hey, you got to go. You're in danger. Your husband, we can't find him." And the whole movie is just her and this baby going from place to place, trying to escape whoever's chasing them, trying to kill them.
It's a buddy cop with a baby.
Yeah, this is a
buddy cop
comedy.
road trip.
Slapstick comedy. That being said, I enjoyed the movie. It's not. It's pretty like quick paced. It moves in a weird. What are you laughing about?
I'm sorry, but Nolan put the John Mulaney quote in the chat. You gotta go. The doctor's gone. I'm so sorry, Seth.
No, you're good. Anyway, yes, it's a fast-paced movie. That's basically it. Is like her going from place to place, ending up with different people, finding out about her husband's life because she doesn't really know what's going on. Like she knows he's shady. Like she doesn't know what he does. She knows it's not good, but she doesn't really know about her husband. So she does find out more about her husband throughout the movie. There's some good side characters that kind of come in with while they're helping her escape and kind of basically escaping with her in a way because there's some interconnected characters. But Rachel Brosnahan is great in this. More of a dramatic role, obviously, with the subject matter. So she's good at playing dramatic and like, not stand up kind of like from the 50s type person. She's dramatic. This is the 70s. It takes place in the 70s, by the way. She's playing dramatic here. She's playing serious, and she does a good job. So I think she's a great actress. I think that's been the case for a long time. She was great in House of Cards. So I will watch anything she does, obviously. But I thought this is at least entertaining. You know, it took up 2 hours, and I had an okay time with it. You know, it's not something that'll be in my top 10 or anything like that this year, but it's not my top movies of the year. But it don't get no respect. No.
Guys, it's on my top movies of the year.
There you go. But I enjoyed it. So if you have Amazon Prime, it's worth checking out, I think.
Oh.
Does it have some good, I mean, with them kind of going from place to place, is there kind of some good twists and turns, and I wouldn't say reveals, but surprises, I guess? Yeah,
there's some good reveals, like you said. I think there's some, as the story unfolds, I think there's some interesting, unexpected things that happen, but nothing like the flight attendant where you're like, what's going on, you know, the whole time. It's kind of... You know, it's all within, because they introduce early on of just the beginning, literally the beginning of the movie is her in this house. He comes in with a baby and gives it to her and says it's yours. So, like, from the beginning, it's just kind of like, you know, like, okay, I guess that we're accepting this. Like, you know, they're clearly not going to, you know, tell us what's going on right away, but you're just supposed to accept this, essentially. You know, it's not... He didn't come in all bloody and stuff. He just walked in with a baby. So, yeah. Man, it's entertaining, though.
I hope that never fucking happens to me. And if it does happen to me, I hope it's a white baby so I can move on. or knock it the fuck out. Oh my God. Well, this is I Am Your Woman, and it's available on Amazon Prime right now. So go check that one out. If you're into the mystery stuff, you can check that one out, and The Flight Attendant. So that's a nice pairing from Seth this week. Jared, I got to get back to you. And this is a movie I've been dreading the release of this movie because I know I'm just going to be a fucking mess when I watch it. The final feature film from Chadwick Boseman. You got a chance to check this out early.
Yeah, this is coming to Netflix tomorrow. It is called Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, and I believe it's based on a play from the 80s, I want to say, and then the play is based on the blues singer from like the 20s or whatever, Ma Rainey. And yeah, you can... From the very get-go, you do realize that it's kind of based on a play because similarly like the Boys in the Band, where it's very much kind of centralized to one location, that's what this is as well. It's very much like kind
Fences, too?
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's perfect because I think Denzel was a producer on this.
Okay.
And yeah, it feels like that. And I think the core of this is very much dialogue. It's this dialogue that's just bouncing off of one another, and it's just quick, it's witty, it invokes like emotion. It's very much, you know, that there's people that maybe don't like one another just from them talking, but they're all part of a band. But Chadwick Boseman and Viola Davis are wonderful in this. Obviously, with Chadwick's last and final role, that was a thing that got me emotional too, because I'm like, you're seeing kind of just the joy that he's putting off, and he's like, his character is really what he does with the material, and again, that dialogue, his character is a very kind of fun, uplifting, positive, but very much tortured and kind of conflicted as well. So again, I won't get into any specifics really, but he does turn in a solid performance and kind of where his character is, because he is kind of the up and coming. He wants the spotlight, but Viola Davis's character is the spotlight. It's Ma Rainey. It is her thing. So when he's maybe busting out into a solo and the spotlight goes over to him, he's loving it, but she's hating it. And you can see how that dynamic builds up kind of a rift in their band. Yeah, I think that the dialogue and the performances are the best. I do wish that there was a little bit more depth with some of the other band members. I mean, you get a little bit from them, but not enough that, you know, the two main characters, Ma Rainey and Levy, who is Chadwick Boseman's character, I think it would have added a little bit, but the kind of people that they go and record with, because it's one day. They go and record at a record studio, and that's about it. So the people that they deal with at the recording studio are kind of fun and have their own quirks to them, and then obviously it's taking place in Chicago in 1927, so you can see little pieces of racism as well that are going on, and how people are treated not fairly. I'm trying to think. The thing is, I recommend this to people. It's a quick watch. It's like 90 minutes, so it's not like you're putting too much. Yeah, that's the thing is I was surprised. Sweet. I was waiting for a 2.5 hour movie, and when it said 94 minutes, I was like, oh shit, yeah, let's do this. So yeah, I would say check it out because of the performances and the dialogue. I had a few problems with it again with some other side characters, but man, just watch it for Chadwick Boseman's performance because again, we lost him too soon, and you can just see where he could have gone in 5, 10, 15 years from what he does in this movie.
Man, I cannot wait to check. This is one of the movies I've been really looking forward to. And even without the context of Boseman having passed away, the talent, the sheer amount of just like black talent that went into this, I'm like really stoked, and that it's music based is even more for me. So this is a Netflix release. People are going to be able to check out this weekend. I know this is on Seth and I's list, and it's getting the recommend from JB. So if you're looking for some material to watch this weekend, maybe you're on vacation going into next week. We got recommendations on TV for The Flight Attendant from Seth. Seth also recommended I Am Your Woman. And then Jared brings us The Last Blockbuster and Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. So there's your list. Go ahead and check that stuff out this weekend. Kyle is obviously very new to the SoCo show because, yes, we always text during each other's reviews.
We just now see it
Wait,
visually.
there's a camera on?
Yeah, now you it's just obvious, and I'm glad you guys stuck around for the end because I do owe you another shot. So I'm gonna pour that. Seth, what do you got?
And there's a reason that I was texting because there's an update to our listener support, aka Wankas, and Cody needs to pour himself one more. Cody needs to pour himself one more shot.
I saved this one for the end. Okay, well, let me take this one. I'm gonna take this one and then take the other one as we start to end the show. So, so who am I drinking to? Well, I guess this one will be to my brother Kyle. Welcome back, NPA with the comments of the night. I'm going to take this shot right here.
Huh? How do you open that? What? Tic Tac.
Tic Tac.
Oh, you porn.
Okay, Kyle.
That's better.
Would you just say you porn?
You porn. That's better.
Yeah.
I use you porn so much I downloaded their app.
Good app. Good support.
Kyle, thank you for the support. We appreciate you. Your timing was bad, but thank you for that.
Your money is good.
Yeah, your timing's bad, but your money is oh so tasty. So we will take it. I've got one more shot. I'm going to take it after we do this next segment because we're just about, as you can see, we've cruised past our 2-hour time goal.
They don't know.
So we're gonna start wrapping things up here, but before we go, we got to leave you with one more thing.
But I'm down to one more thing.
Look, guys, my one more thing is there's no way it's not going to be a hit, and I'm just trying to put it out there. So you might remember from last week we had NPA on the podcast, and we had a rap battle between Andrew Garfield, written by J-Buck, Tom Holland, written by NPA, and Tobey Maguire, written by your boy. And we had a rap battle that was won. I don't want to pile on. I don't want to be a bad winner, but like by a landslide, it was won by
by Andrew Garfield.
By Tobey Maguire, T-Mac, as some people call him. And so I decided that my prize for winning the rap battle would be that I'm going to play this.
Well, hold on.
Again. So people are about to hear Tobey Maguire. What do you got, Seth?
My one more thing is that I'm vetoing any request to play that song. So
that's too bad. If you were in control of the soundboard, you could veto whatever you wanted, Seth.
All right, hit it.
But I'm going to play this. So this is a rap from the perspective of Tobey Maguire talking about why he's the best Spider-Man. Here you have it. It's the time in this bitch, it's your boy Toby. Got my best kiss award from MTV. And ever since then, all these movies try to top me, but I ain't scared. Bonesaw couldn't even stop me. I made these dudes up with a knife and fork. Because when you mess with Spider-Man, you mess with New York. Sam Raimi brought me up, so I might get scary. But I promise you, no matter what, I won't tell Harry. Yo, swing the cranes over for MC who? The guy that got us rented out to MCU? Huh, please. Garfield, leave me alone. I'm outshining you. Like my name was Emma Stone. I got Defoe, Melina Man, my cast rocks. You got a CGI lizard and Jamie Foxx. You should be proud, though. You had a good run. It's really too bad you couldn't get past the second one. Now, I like the new kid. He had a real shot, but he can't lead. Iron Man is half of his plot. It's almost over, Tom. Just one more to wade through. They want me to show up in your third film to save you. Got your AI and Stark Tech, and I had none. I got Goblin and Doc Ock, and I still won. So fall back, kick rock, step back, son. You made our characters so boring that they're about to get a black one. So when you make your ranks, don't put them at the top. They're under Nick Cage and the guy from Let's Be Cops. They're not in my league, man. Don't even play me. The best Spider-Man since me is John Mulaney. Boom! That's how you drop a rap bomb. I don't know if rap bomb is a thing, but
oh man,
that's how you drop one.
Wow.
Oof.
Hot fire. Hot sticky fire right there.
Sometimes that's what you got to do. You got to bring the heat. Nolan's right. I don't know all the lyrics. It was a really quick turnaround to get that produced. I put in air quotes. Nolan, I got to talk to you because I want to do a video about that. I've touch base with me afterwards. We did not get. I don't know that we got a lot of response. Seth, did you hear from anyone on Twitter that thought I shouldn't have won?
No, Twitter was radio silent this week. So
well, I guess that means everyone agreed with.
Other than Kyle's amazing question, so that's about it.
Yeah, it was a good question. Don't forget again, Twitter, hit us up over there at SoCo Show Pod if you want to weigh in on the Spider-Mans. Again, go listen to last week's show if you haven't seen or if you haven't heard the other raps. We have the Tom Holland rap and the Toby and the Andrew Garfield rap are fucking great also. So you're going to want to go check this out. If you missed last week's episode, go listen to that so you can catch up on that. So that's a little bit of self back patting for my one more thing this week. And I am not ashamed.
Yeah, that I still say that was like the most ridiculously fun episode of not only that, but the beginning parts, all of it. So people go and listen to that episode. It's hilarious. For my one more thing, Cyberpunk 2077. It came out. Everyone is doing you can do anything in this city. It's a big night city. You can be anyone, everything. You can hack into people's brains. You can get mantis claws that come out of your arms. CD Projekt Red promised a lot in this game, and I'm going to be straight up honest, it is a trash can on fire, or it's a garbage truck rolling down the street on fire. But, okay, the story isn't compelling me right now. If you've ever played a Fallout game, that's basically what it is. There's a main core story, but there's thousands of side things, thousands of weapons, armor, upgrades, all of that stuff, and I love that. Because I get immersed into if I put this mod on this gun, it goes this much higher. But if I do this one or blah, 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 tons of bugs. But I'm having a ton of fun with it because I am making my own fun, essentially. I'll go into a hideout, and I'm like, okay, this time I'm going to only use hacks. And I hack into people's brains, overheat their brain, they fall down. And then I'm like, okay, this one I'm only going to sneak. I'm going to use a knife. Or this one I'm going to use bombs only. I'm making my own fun. But there was actually some breaking news 20 minutes ago, or maybe an hour now. They are taking it off of the PlayStation Store. And if you got it digitally, you can get a refund because it is so broken right now. So if you haven't gotten it yet and you do want the full experience and have a PlayStation 5, wait until the PS5 version comes out because right now it's PS4 and it is hella bad. Obviously, the company came out and is like, hey, we apologize. Yeah, I'm still having fun with it, but I know that there is probably in 6 months to a year, it'll be a completely different game.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Here's hoping for the No Man's Sky, Phoenix from the Ashes thing, because this was ugly. Yeah. Apparently, it's unplayable on PS4. I was going to buy it, and then I started reading about the graphics are horrible. On PS5, it's buggy, but on PS4, it's unplayable. And so I didn't pick it up, but I was really looking forward to this game. So hopefully they come back strong and can put out something good.
Yeah, I have it. I went through the beginning and set up my character and all that.
Big old
jazz.
floppy dick.
I went with a eunuch.
Nice.
Went smooth down there like a Ken doll.
Ah, yes. You can use that to your advantage later on.
Exactly. Can you?
I don't know. I haven't gotten to the sex. I thought there'd be robot boobs everywhere. Haven't seen any robot boobs, and I'm like 15 hours in.
Well, see, that's why it's broken. I want my money back.
I will say, Seth, before we get back to you, I got my street cred up, though, so now I could get mantis blades and arm rocket launchers and stuff, so, like, the game is just about to get crazy for me.
Oh, shit.
What was I going to say? I have it. I bought it, and I haven't gotten past the tutorial. I did the tutorial, and I'm like, okay, I'm good for now. And I just haven't gone back to it. I just got it because I have a PS5 and I'm like, I got to play some stuff. Like I got to have some games for it. So the same reason I bought Call of Duty, like you said, if it has an update, they said they're going to release some updates in January and February. Maybe that'll fix it. Hopefully they'll release an actual PS5 upgrade for it sometime soon too. Who knows though, if the PS4 can't handle the PS4 version, I don't have a lot of hope and faith that the PS5 version will be able to run. If that like bricks my PS5, I'm gonna fucking take a brick to their fucking studios and throw it through their window. But like, it's not really my type of game anyway. But I just got it, so.
And see, that's the thing is, I because correct me if I'm wrong, but you bought it without knowing anything, correct? Yeah.
I just knew it's been out for was announced forever ago and been delayed, and people are hyped about it. So I'm like, I'll give it a shot. Which I might later down the road, who knows? But whatever. I mean, yeah, and that's the thing is they knew. Dan just had a comment, right? Why advertise it like that if it can't function on old hardware? They knew the problems, and same thing there. They knew that. They in their statement they said, we knew it had problems when we released it. We just hoped it wouldn't be as widespread. That's a problem. If you release, because you can release so many updates. But like Cody, you say all the time, like why release an incomplete game? They didn't do that back on PS2, PS3. I guess they did a little on PS3, but it really started ramping up with this last gen of consoles. It's like you get a game and then update a 30 gig file right after. And if
you're like, what's this disc for?
The update's bigger than the game,
right? And back in the day, like there was a thing, and that's why they didn't have like the updates that were significant back on the PS3s, because not everyone had access to be able to connect their thing back to internet back in 2004, 5, 6, 7, now it's like it's a requirement to play a lot of your shit online. Like everyone has Wi-Fi now. So, I think that's the big difference. But at the same time, it doesn't mean that you could release a game that's completely unplayable like that and you knew about it. That's the thing that makes me mad, is that they knew about it.
Yeah, so. It's brutal. It's brutal. We got Dan in the chat. Dan built my computer that I use for the podcast. That's why
there's that bar on the screen.
Yeah, well, that's Dan. Figure this the fuck out. But also, Dan, comment whether you think I should try to play Cyberpunk on the PC. Like, can this PC handle it? I think yes. And I'll get it if that's the case. But I'm looking for the first PC game so that I can maybe make the jump. I'm not a PCMR person quite yet. But maybe this game is the one. Let me know if I can play it. That's just between me and you, Dan, in the comments. Seth,
Nolan, just one more comment with Nolan here. He said it's almost like they were betting everyone would have next gen consoles. The thing though is that they announced this before the PS4 was out.
Yeah.
So like they knew they knew that the consoles couldn't handle it. They weren't betting on PS5s doing it. They didn't know when the fuck that was coming out.
Like with the next gen consoles, it's like, why not make? I don't know. Here's a PS4 version for your next gen console, and it's like, well, where's the next gen console version?
And you know what? We'll just say that's my one more thing too. Commenting on the Cyberpunk, because I honestly don't have anything else, and we're running long anyway. So
all right. I like it, Seth. I like it. That's being efficient with time. Cyberpunk sucks balls, and I'm the best rapper alive.
Wait, I got one more thing now. I can't have that be.
Can't have that one.
I hope you guys know. I think it's hilarious. I also think it's hilarious that I won the rap battle. I just want you guys to know that I didn't think I would, and I also think it's fucking stupid that I apparently can rap, or at the very least that you guys all think I can. I don't remember. Nolan, you're gonna have to clarify. I don't remember. I'm fucking wasted, and I still need to take another shot. You're gonna have to tell me what you're referring to as the episode title. I'm gonna hit the one more thing sounder and take this shot, and then we're gonna wrap this thing up because I gotta go to bed.
But I'm down to one more thing.
And throws up into the microphone.
That's gonna be episode 174 of the SoCo show. Oh God. Big shouts out to all of our anchor wankers.
Wanker.
We appreciate y'all supporting the show, helping us keep it going, helping us keep improving. Big shouts out to everyone, the 10 of you who are still over here in the chat. We appreciate you guys spending tonight with us. There's infinitely better things to do, but you guys wanted to hang out with us.
It's funny because you're pointing towards the blue line there, and that's like, is that where the chat is?
Oh!
Oh no!
Oh yeah! Oh yeah!
Oh wait, hold on.
Cody just fucking gets sucked up into it.
Wait, guys, quit it. We got to end the show. Thank you to our anchor wankers, to all of our listeners who are there every week, but also to those of you who are here live with us. We appreciate you guys spending your Thursday night with us, and we have so much fun doing this, so we hope that you enjoy it as well. I don't know who the last shot was for, Kyle. I need to look this up. This was for Chrissy. Hi, Chrissy. Chrissy and Casey. Chrissy Kuhn. Thank you for becoming an anchor wanker.
Wanker.
Welcome to Wankership.
I think the episode title was Cyberpunk Sucks Balls and Cody's the Best Rapper. I think that's what someone in the chat let me know.
I'm the best rapper alive. That's what it's going to be. Cody is the best rapper alive is the title of this week's episode. We're donezo. We're going to get out of here. Dan, pass along our thank yous to Chrissy. See, this is what happens when we run long. We got to get the fuck out of here, guys. Lots of great stuff right here on the J-Buck Studios YouTube page. We got reaction videos constantly coming out. The Scream 4 stuff is out. Shot One's episode 1 is out now. Go check that out if you haven't seen it yet. Shot One's episode 2 coming up. Jared, what am I missing? What do you want to get out there for the folks in the chat?
Literally in 4 hours, Mando episode 8. I will be doing my live. I'll watch it, and then literally 3 o'clock in the morning do a live broadcast that you can watch and replay. But otherwise, just everything else, and follow my TikTok because my God, I'm blowing up over there, people.
Blowing up.
You got to get it on the ground level if you want to get on these TikToks.
You actually have grown quite a bit over there. I saw you're over 4,000 subscribers or followers already on that.
So fucking fast.
Just this week, I got 3,000.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're killing it over there.
So we'll see. Nuts. We'll see.
I'm not as surprised because you're putting good shit out. Like I've been on your TikTok. I know it's good stuff. Kyle wants to know where the gift card is. That's still out there. I know where it is.
He does. He knows where it's at.
Kyle, I want you to know I found it and I left it. That's how hardcore of a gunter I am. I found the egg and I left it for the next person to find. But anyway, get on the TikToks, follow J-Buck Studios. Seth doesn't have anything to promote. But go Vikes.
The thing I have to promote
they're still fighting for playoff position.
Is that I think we might end up getting in our fantasy football league an all Michael shit bowl by the looks of what's going on tonight.
I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to hear about it. Pass. That's not information for this podcast, Seth. But yeah, that might happen. That's pretty oh my God. Well, again, one last thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Thank you, Nolan. Yes, I am very fucking drunk because you guys make me take all these shots. And I'll be back next month. So the only way to get me to continue to take more shots on the show, if you guys think this is entertaining, is to gather more anchor wankers. We need 25 of them motherfuckers. And then we're going to bring NPA on here to preview, not to preview, but to premiere his brand new song. And I'm realizing I'm hearing it now. I'm too drunk to keep talking.
I was gonna say, can we fucking end this goddamn show?
We need to end the podcast. Jesus, get out of here. For the bro host, Jared Buckendahl, and for the host, Seth Ott, I've been the co-host, Cody Michael, and we will see you next week.
Bye.